On the road, yep, back again. What's going on, everyone? Been a while since I said that. Hope you're good and welcome to this Season 1 roundup of On the Road. What? There's seasons? Well, there is now. Partly because it gives us a chance to look back through some of the archives of the greatest YouTube series going, according to some. The tables you're used to in this series are now going to be abolished. That's right, I'm ripping up the script. There will be an all-time rankings, which will, of course, act like, I don't know, FIFA rankings. Who looks at them often? But the new tables will concentrate on a seasonal basis, which means we've got to go back in time to Season 1. We need to find our champion, and we need to give out some individual awards as well for things like atmosphere, facilities, food and drink, you know the score. Cost. Yeah, I said 3 of them. I might as well finish it off and do the 4th. But before we do that, let's relive Season 1 back to back. We're going to start off where it all began. My local team is Grays Ath. Enjoy. On the road. Literally, look, we're on the road. And today we're not travelling far, just around the corner, in fact, to Grays Athletic. Thought I'd start this series off by staying a bit local and then slowly branching out. So be sure to let me know some football grounds you want me to visit in the near future. Now, even though we're going to my local team, Grays Athletic, we're not actually going to Grays. No, we're chucking a right and going to Waverley. Because unfortunately, their once chairman decided to sell their ground. And ever since, they've been ground sharing with other local clubs. But now, they're at Averley. Millfield to be exact. Anyway, enough about that. We've been sitting in traffic for a bit and now we're going to be late. I got the green light, parking full. Eventually find some side road and park up behind this Focus. Get out the car and realise it needs a clean. Well, it really needs a clean. And now we walk into the ground. And now we run into the ground. Welcome to AV Football Club. Someone's doing alright. Turnstile. Prices. Adults £10, senior citizens and students £6, under 16 £1. And in case you were wondering, there is no access to the bar inside the ground. Welcome to Grays Athletic Football Club at Averley Football Ground. Confused? Of course. Try getting in as under 16. Realised I had a beard. Anyone else love that sound? That's football. And so is that. But why stand when you can sit on this? In fact, this doesn't feel safe. But hey, who cares? Football. 5 minutes late, mind you, but football. Today's opponents go by the name of Billericay Town, or Bill Town as I like to call them, or Ricky as they like to call themselves. Bill Town are around the mid-table point of the Ryman Premier, whilst Grays are rooted to the bottom. In case you were wondering, Grays are in the blue and Bill Town are in the orange. Random story, I went to my first Grays F game when I was 7 years old, and I assumed that they would be green. I think it might have had something to do with the fact that Grays school, a school that I later went to, had a green tie. Here's my sister posing in one. And what are those trousers and why do I look like a devil child? Questions that never got answered. Anyway, I soon accepted that Grays Ath were blue and got on with my life. Down there you got the Bill Town away fans, and everywhere else is just Grays Ath. And here's the first real chance of the game as a corner swung in, header, save from the keeper, off the bar, and a half chance after that. This is obviously what's left of the pre-match warm-up. I actually prefer Bill Town's a little bit more. The OCD in me is happy with that. No lower league football game would be complete without a Route 1 ball, and it's gone in Grays' favour here. 2-on-1 as he sticks it into the box. Number 9's just got to finish it, but he's not got a left foot. Mate, please. Use your left foot. Anyone wanting easy access to the ground, just use that one over the back. And as the game carries on, I've just realised what a beautiful day. It's not hot, but it's not freezing cold. It's just right. The subs bench looks like a bus stop, and I'm patiently waiting. Not for a bus, though, for a goal. Did we get a goal, though? No. We get clearances, though. And I've also realised it doesn't matter what level it is, you still get overreacting dives. It's been a stop-start game. I'm not going to lie. And I'm still waiting patiently for a goal. Did we get a goal from this free kick, though? No. Straight into the wall. Something's got to give. Surely. Surely, Mr. Linesman. More challenges, more clearances, more free kicks. But did we get a goal? No, we don't. No, we don't. The substitutions here have grabbed themselves a burger, and I'm just going ahead and assuming that there might be 1 minute added on in this first half. I'm loving that gilet, by the way. Here's another clearance, which is met by a lovely little flick, to be fair. Still not got a left foot, though. I'm starting to love this guy even more now. Not only has he got a fantastic gilet and standing in for the 4th official, but he's also the ball boy and the water boy. Commitment to the calls. And after a poor cross on this near side, that's half time. So after looking at the substitutions burger, I thought I could get one myself, but then I realised I've got a Chinese tonight and I don't want to spoil it. But I could get myself a hot chocolate. That queue is growing though. Just been analysing what I've been sitting on for the last 40 minutes. I could have been sitting on that wooden plank, but I chose to sit on this. Probably not much difference, to be fair. And now here come the away fans. We didn't see a goal up that end, so they're switching ends now. Oh no, tell a lie, they just joined the queue and made it even longer. Here's some substitutions, hoping to get on in the second half. And here's another substitution, hoping to get on in the second half. It makes you think, doesn't it? This guy here can obviously play football because he's got into a semi-professional team. Stick him around the right players, on the right surface, in the right moment, and he could be a superstar. I wouldn't mind betting there's a few gems down here in the non-league. Oh, screw it. I'm going to join the queue. I'm going to grab that hot chocolate. And if the second half starts, I'll be able to see it through this fence. Refreshments, queue, this side. I don't know what that means. You know what? Sod the hot chocolate for now. I've got a plan. And that plan is to see the start of this second half. Quick catch up with the assistant manager of Grays. Yeah, I've got connections. And now we're standing on the terraces. With this lot, who have also chose to stand on the terraces. I'll tell you what, it's not a bad view from down here. Although my legs are really aching. Maybe once the queue's died down, I'll go and get the hot chocolate and go and sit back in the stand. In fact, I said I had a plan, and that was my plan all along. As the ball goes into the box here, and another silly dive. Get up, son. Come on, you're better than that. Although I tell you what, the refs missed this one. This certainly wasn't a dive. This lot ain't happy with the ref, and he had a much better view than I did. My view was blocked by this fantastic contraption. I mean, look at it. It goes so high, and at the top, there's some lights, so they can play at night. I'm telling you, the possibilities are endless. Did someone say crossbar? No, no one said crossbar. They call this kind of challenge a professional foul, and they call this a yellow card, and I'd love to know the amount that he has to pay for this booking, because in my Sunday League series, I don't know if you know, but it's £10 to Wessex FA. Did anything happen from the free kick though? No. Of course not. Here's some substitutions without a burger, although I can't confirm or deny if they had one before or intended on having one after the game. Here's some more substitutions, and I promise you, this clip is not in reverse. And a big shout out to RAGL Essex Fencing. I sincerely hope you wasn't responsible for this shambles. No, you know what, you're better than that. I noticed this empty cup in front of me. It's a sign. It's telling me to go and get that hot chocolate. So do you know what I did as Billy Ricky flashed a shot wide of goal? Much to the keeper's annoyance, of course. We said, yeah, sod it, let's go and get that hot chocolate. At this moment in time, I'm on top of the world. I'm approaching the T-bar, no queue at all. Straight in. And here's old Doris making that lovely hot chocolate that I wanted so much. Boom, £1.20, which takes my total spend today to £11.20. Thinking at this point I'll stick to the plan that I originally had, get back into my seat, only to find that my seat had been taken. Who does that? Anyway, I'm making my way up the steps, the wooden ones, right to the back, to the nosebleed area. Part of me thinks this whole stand could fall down at any minute, but I don't care. This is football. And so we make our way along the back row, only to find there's a lovely seat already put down for us, and it's got a hefty amount of paint on it. I'm going to take this one. And here we are. Great view. Sure, it's lacking a little bit of atmosphere, but I don't care. I get to see the whole entire pitch. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait about 24 hours until this cools down. Just spotted this guy filming the game, and he looks bored out of his nut. Something's going to happen soon, Mr. Linesman. I can feel it. And off he goes. Billtown mounting some pressure as this guy heads it onto the beans on toast. And now the Ricky fans are well up for this. Well, this guy is. How's my hot chocolate doing? Still bloody hot. I'm not going to risk injury. Talking of injury. Just like every word, if you keep saying it over and over again, it starts to mean nothing. Injury. What's an injury? That's an injury. The rest of the players use it as an opportunity to grab a drink. Can I grab a drink? Of course not. Look at it. So whilst I waited for the hot chocolate to cool down, I started observing who was around. These are the real football fans. These are the ones that don't give a crap about what the kit looks like. They're not indoors watching Gillette Soccer Saturday. They're here for the love of the game. Win, lose or draw. Sure, the facilities ain't great and the football isn't the best, but that's their team. And every real football fan knows you don't change your colours. You're there through the good times and the bad, but mainly bad. I'm going to give this a go. And immediately regret it. Why tempt fate, Smiv? I've just burnt my tongue. I've got that furry feeling, which means you can't taste anything for the next week. That's Chinese ruined. Nice one. Back to the game now, which is of course why we're here. Billtown still pressing, and they get themselves a corner. And so the corner's sent in. Not met by the head though, by the shoulder. And it's almost looping top corner, only to be headed off the line. It always gets to that point of the game where you're thinking, do I take the draw or do we risk going for the win? At the bottom though, every single point matters. And sometimes you're thirsty for points. Did someone say thirsty? You can do one. Back to assistant referee, ball boy and water boy, the gilet. I think I've changed my mind. It doesn't have the same effect. Like, you're saying you're cold, so I'm putting this on, but then you've got your arms out. I mean, are you cold or are you not? I'm confused. Now I'm going to hazard a guess and say that these guys are cold. They're wrapped up. Hands in pockets too. Yeah, I'm cold as well. I'm just going to hold on to this. The sun's setting, but it's getting to that point of the year where it doesn't get as dark as early as it used to. In fact, one of my favourite days of the year is when the clocks go back or forward. I can't work it out. But either way, the days last longer, and come 6 or 7 o'clock, I'm wondering why the hell it ain't dark. It's brilliant. Back to the game, and Billtown are pressing once again with his free kick. Header glance wide of the goal. These two have had enough. Either that or they're going to the T-bar whilst there's no queue. Great plan if I do say so myself. Nope, they're going. See you later. Brays are having a go now, although I'm not sure that this was a free kick. I'm not sure he deserved a yellow card either. Maybe he called the ref a I'm starting to think I paid for a bored draw. But then again, it's not been that boring. I've enjoyed myself. Mine has burning my tongue, of course. In fact, without even realising I've drunk it all, and it's left that powder at the bottom, which I've already drunk half of, and now I'm even more thirsty than I was before. End of the game is always a good time for a goal as well, really. You know, struggling side, needs something to go their way. Sometimes you just need someone to step up and make it happen. But that only happens to other teams, not us. Stand corrected. This is football. Anything can happen. Even a great opportunity to double your lead in as many minutes. Okay, maybe not, but who cares? Okay, let's sum this game up. We're looking at atmosphere. I mean, with only 277 through the gate, it's not exactly going to be pumping, is it? But a 90th minute winner obviously boosted it. And then the final whistle went, so it didn't last long, did it? I'm going to give it 2 stars. What about facilities? Look, I'm not here to sit down in plush chairs. This is what it's all about, to be honest, but it hasn't really been maintained for a while, is it? My arse is still hurting after sitting down on that plank of wood for ages. I'll bring a cushion next time. For me, the facilities match the atmosphere. 2 stars again. Up next is food and drink, and as you know, I didn't have any food. Didn't want to spoil the Chinese, but I did have a drink. A a hot chocolate. It was alright and I burnt my tongue because I was impatient. Certainly not Doris's fault for sure. Like I say, it was alright. It wasn't brilliant and it wasn't bad, so it'll just sit in the middle. 2.5 stars. Finally, we're talking cost. I spent £11.20 in total, and out of that I got a football match and a hot chocolate with change left over. I cannot moan at all. A big fat 5 stars for Millfield. So there you have it. We're out of here. And now it's time to wind this video down, but before I go, let me know what you thought of this. And if you want to see me continue to do this on the road series, drop a comment below letting me know which ground I should visit next. Yeah, I definitely need to get that cleaned. But in the meantime, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to check out all the other football content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. You still here? Good. I've got 5 seconds to tell you that up next is Witham Town. I'm with Dr. Pepper. Enjoy it. On the road, at night, yep, what else are you going to do on a Friday night? In this one, we continue to stay local-ish, but we will be branching out very, very soon, I do promise. But tonight, we are heading to Witham Town as they take on Heybridge Swifts in the Ryman North, which I believe is the 7th tier of English football. It's way downtown. Just casually passing the Maltings Academy, as you do. Wait, mate, where you going? It's Witham Town versus Heybridge Swifts in the Ryman North. What are you doing on a Friday night? Oh, look, we've arrived. Just take a left in here. Currently being led up a dark path. This is dodgy. Very, very dodgy. Until I see some floodlights. It means it's all cushy. Looks like there's not many parking spaces. We'll be parking on the grass like this geezer here. That's right, just whack it behind this Kia here. Oh, the circus is in town. Is that the football team or a genuine circus? We're about to find out. And who buys a Kia? You notice I keep saying we as I focus on this Roundtree's randoms packet. Of course, I'm joined by Luke.
Hello.
Hello. According to the sat-nav, we're still 250 yards away. But we brave the walk and we eventually get to the actual car park. Oh, look, a sign. Welcome to Witham Town FC. Oh, nearly tripped over. Crotch shot. And despite this game being on the very low end of the I've got to watch this game meter, there's a queue, and that makes me happy. Anyway, let's find out a little bit more about Witham Town. Founded 1876. Home ground, Spa Road. Capacity 2,500. 150 seated. And did you know, Ollie Murs once played for Witham Town Reserves, scoring 12 goals in 13 games. Thank you very much, Wikipedia. That's a lot. Let's crack on with this video. This is a puddle, and this is one of many en route to this entrance. And as you can see here, Luke's actually done alright by avoiding the puddles. Well done, that man. We're moving up the queue. Club badge. We move up once more, and just to let you know that Nick's Tyres are proud sponsors of Witham Town Football Club. And something that's just as important, just mowing, horticultural and golden machinery. According to this sign, this is where you pay. I have my £10 out, ready to go. A little bit creased to be fair, but you know what, money's money. And here we go. It's £8 to get in. I've been offered a programme for £2. I'll take it. Have my money. Let's do this. Football. Luke's offered me a random. What we're going to get? This jelly thing that's got something inside of it. He's also given me an ice cream. Love that. Dust it off. Germs and that. Here's some mascots. Who are they for though? I thought so.
You give me the nod when you're about to walk, and then I'll do the announcement, yeah?
This is the announcer asking for his cue. He's still waiting for that cue. Oh, no one gave him the cue. Quick, say something. Decent. Like that. Please show your appreciation for Witham Town and Heybridge Swifts. Witham Town are in the white, by the way. Heybridge Swifts in the red, obviously. Talking of which, we're going to take a swift walk and familiarise ourselves with this ground. Here's the toilets. And here's the fire exit. Oh, a train. Every time I see a team huddle, I know that team has definitely got this. Witham have got this. This bloke's got in there early. Chips are on the go. And goalkeeper Reece Payne is immediately regretting not bringing his bucket and spade. He loves sandcastles. Put your hand up if you love sandcastles. Told ya. I missed the kickoff because I was talking to Luke about sandcastles. And now he's offering me another random. This boy is too generous as I drop the ice cream on the floor. It's the best one. 5-second rule. Luke saved the day again. That's followed by another dust off. Thank you very much. Here's a free kick. And here is that free kick, whipped in, punched away by Payne. Either this geezer's making his chips last long, or they give a big portion. Either way, I think we're going to grab some at half time. Although Pizza Mania and Favourite Chicken and Ribs are both calling my name right now. As you can see over here, this is the home bench, and for me, this is the furthest I've seen 2 dugouts apart. If we just pan up here as Reece Payne takes this free kick, up over the halfway line, there's the away dugout. That's some distance. Still going this one. As you can see at the other end, a few flags, but just one man. Which leads me to believe that these are all of his flags. This is me just trying to sort out the camera. It just keeps going blurry. And this is me missing the first goal. 1-0 to Witham Town. One thing I didn't miss was Lewis Dark with this chance, which blazed over the bar. And I also didn't miss this brilliant move from Witham Town. Would have been a beauty. Wasn't to be though. Stays 1-0. We decided that so far Witham are the better team, so we might as well go at the other end and get some better shots. And straight away, see you later.
That's it.
And as this cross is put into the box, it is cleared by Heybridge. But how is this for a touch or 4? Looks like a good player. I wonder what his name is. Nathan Correntang, nice one, thank you. Oh, another train. And another one. But can we get another song? Of course we can. Introducing James Beardwell, Witham Town FC superfan. Genuine love for this guy. He turns out every single week, home or away, win, lose or draw. He is always singing. And if he ain't singing, he's still making some noise. As you can see, this guy here is taking notes. I think he's a scout from another club. From what I've seen so far, it's number 7 and number 9 that are running things. Luke spotted this, and I quickly agreed. The ref is absolutely massive. Genuinely the biggest person on that pitch. Is some more evidence to back up the fact that the referee is the biggest person on that pitch. Look at him. There's actually been a lot of talk recently about referee abuse and referees going on strike. Personally, I don't think it fixes anything. I'll tell you what would fix it. Hire a load of lumps like this ref, and no one will have a go. Anyway, we've got a free kick to Whittam, which is sent into the box right about now. Brought down by James Regis here, falls into the path of Tim Maseu. I'll tell you something I noticed while I was down here. Pretty much every other person has got a Whittam Town FC coat on. This can only mean one of two things. Either they're staff or they absolutely love this club. Oh, it's gone blurry again. And because of that, I just missed an absolutely stunning goal. Whittam Town 3-0 up now. This game is pretty much put to bed. Following that, we've got a kick-off and another train. And another train. That's like the 4th one. Talking of which, here's the 4th goal. In favour of Haybridge this time. That's 3-1 and that's half-time. It's time to go and try out those chips which might potentially take the whole entire second half to eat. Although I'm very tempted to just nick these. Well, you know what? I can't do it to myself. Although I'm alright to pick sweets up off the floor and eat them. And then ask Luke to sum up that first half.
Quite entertaining.
Yeah, sounds about right. Before we grab something to eat, Luke wanted to try out the toilets, not through choice. He just needed the toilet. So whilst I wait for him, the substitutions do some keepy uppies. And James has switched ends. He's brought his flags with him too. Oh, Luke's back.
That was a proper groom. Proper groom.
Oh dear, toilets went to Luke's standards. I hope you washed your hands, son, because we're about to share some chips. Well, you know what? I like it out here. A few tables and chairs. Nice in the summer, I'm sure. And we've arrived. Teas and hot food. Burgers, chips, crisps and sweets. Oh, look, and a barbecue. I'm definitely coming back in the summer. Washing machines last longer with Calgon. And another train. Here are the prices, and I did actually have a pizza before I come out, but we are trying the chips. Now, I was going to order a hot chocolate along with Luke's tea and chips, but then the kid in front ordered a Dr. Pepper. That got me inspired. Dr. Pepper it is. 1 tea, 1 can of drink, 1 chips, £3.50. Bargain. Little bit of sauce. Use tea bags here. And as the players come out, we're all set for the second half. Football. Let's hear Luke's initial thoughts on the chips.
Too fat.
Too fat? I actually liked them. And so as we continue to indulge in our fat chips, Whittam have got a corner on this near side here, which is whipped into the box by Lewis Payne. Heads up. Grabbing the one before half-time gave Haybridge a little bit of a lifeline, but now with that 4th one, that's got to be game over. And I'm thinking it's a little bit late for this. I just noticed that the very Dr. Pepper that inspired me to get my Dr. Pepper has taken a fall onto the sidelines. Sad times. Oh well, still got mine though. This corner flag's certainly seen better days, as Whittam find themselves with a dangerous free kick on the edge of the box. I was doing that blurry thing again. Hang on.
Oh! What a goal that was.
Sometimes in football, everything just goes right, and everything is going all right for Whittam tonight. Well, we've got a new stretch to take home to the Palmers, boys. I would suggest this one, but I don't think they can do that. Blurry again. These lads right here wanted to get in the video.
My name's Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
I play for Whittam Town under 14s.
And hello to the rest of Whittam Town under 14s. Good luck in your cup final. We're well into the second half, and still food is being sold. And James is still rocking over there. We've just seen our first yellow card of the night. Boom. And now I'm talking to this guy live on Snapchat. That's a new one for me. I didn't know you could do that. And here's another first. This guy's brought a book to a football game. I don't know why, but I'm not going to read too much into it. Chance for Haybridge up the other end now as the ball falls kindly to their attacker. Can't tell you who it is, but it's bobbled into the back of the net, and the comeback is on. It just occurred to me that I paid £2 for this programme. I haven't even opened it yet. Unfortunately, we didn't finish the chips. They just got a little bit cold too soon. And because I've been looking at chips, I've just missed the 3rd goal for Haybridge. It was just a joke about the comeback, but the comeback actually is on. We've got some more faces that want to be in the video. This guy, this guy, this guy. You are massive. You should become a ref. And then we've got all these boys. How's it going? Oh yeah, and don't forget the little one. Hello, mate. Full credit to Haybridge for really pushing until the end. Nothing comes of this free kick, unfortunately. Blur. Park life.
Little midget.
And that, my friends, is full time. A great game to pick out in the end. Appreciation from the Whittam players, up close and personal with their fans. This is what non-league football is all about. So how did it all go? With a total attendance of 312 on the night, old Doris next door ain't going to be saying, wait, can you keep the noise down, please? When it comes to atmosphere, I'm not rating it on the amount of noise a crowd makes. This is all down to the feeling and the mood around the camp. If we are talking noise, this man kept it going. But atmosphere is 3.5 stars. Next up, we're talking facilities. It's a fully enclosed ground, like that, with the fire exits. Even better. Well, I'm pretty sure that's a must. Obviously, the majority is standing, but they've got 2 stands either side of the ground, seated as well, and undercover for the amount of crap weather we have. What more can you ask for? 3 stars. Moving on to food and drink, we had some chips, and I felt they were alright. Luke wasn't too impressed. He felt some were slightly undercooked, but you know what? It didn't bother me too much. I won't remember the chips for the rest of my life, but I did enjoy them. Dr. Pepper's Dr. Pepper, food and drink, 3 stars. And finally, the all-important cost. People say that it costs too much money to go to a football match. And I keep telling those Arsenal fans, broaden your horizons a bit. £8 entry with a £2 programme, which I'm definitely going to read at some point. 2 drinks and a portion of chips on top of that, that's £13.50. And for that money, I'm full up and I've just witnessed 8 goals. Do not tell me that non-league football is crap. Bish bash bosh, 5 stars for cost. Thank you very much, Whittam Town FC. And so as we leave the ground, we pass the seats that we could have sat on but chose not to, avoid the puddles on the way out and make our way back to the car. And as I get in the car, I realise my Balenciagas, which aren't Balenciagas, they're actually called Glorious Gangsters for those people that keep asking, are completely caked in mud. Football. Thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Next trip is to Roots Hall, Southend United. And following that, I'll be back from my honeymoon in Thailand and I'll be ready to travel the country, visiting some of the biggest, smallest and strangest teams out there. But until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Yep, you will see me in the next one, and the next one is right now. Southend United, come on down. On the road, yep, back again, and this time we're heading to Roots Hall, home of Southend United, as they take on Port Vale. You know what, it's taken a while. We're behind this learner. Oh, an artistic mirror shot to demonstrate the traffic that's behind us. Tempted, but we've bought tickets for the football, maybe another time. Traffic. But at least this sign confirms we're going the right way. And this sign confirms that we've made it. Just. Still a little bit further to go though. Traffic. Considered stopping for a Toby, but realised we've got to rate the food at Southend. I said rate. Ah, tempting. Oh, by the way, Dan's with us. Hello. Was told we had to go to the away end to pick up the tickets. I always imagined I'd never appear in these videos. Oh, I'm not in it.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
Told ya. Feet. Asked for the tickets, got the tickets. Floodlight, and now find a parking space. Pulled over, but not in a parking space. This coach's back end decided to scrape the side of my car. Oh, great. Teacup. Don't worry, Peter Godwood will pay for it. Ended up on Southend Seafront because that's what will give this video an edge. Dan then spent £1 on trying to catch Pikachu. Dan didn't catch Pikachu. Dan not very happy. Found 10p under the 10p machine. Stuck it in. Didn't win. The beach. Decided to walk on the beach. I'm loving walking on the beach. Oh, no, maybe not. Spot this man with an ice cream. I want an ice cream. I found the ice cream. Here are the prices. Just the one scoop, I'm thinking. I normally get chocolate, but today we're mixing it up. Raspberry Ripple. Decision time.
Would you like a flake at all?
What, for 35p extra? No chance. Dan didn't want an ice cream. So just the one ice cream, which takes my total spend so far to £1.95. Every time I was down this way, I used to come to this place called Doodars. Now it's shut. Gutted. Considered asking Zoltar to make me big.
I wish I were big.
But then I don't think that would work. I don't find him attractive. Dan really wanted to go on the rides. Not today, son. Come on. So we're heading back to the ground, looking for a parking space. Traffic. 5 minutes till kickoff. Going down the side roads only to find it's permit holders only. 2 minutes till kickoff. Considered parking randomly at this flat but didn't want to take the risk. Found a car park and then ran to the ground. And now walking to the ground. We bumped into a Stoke fan who can't find the entrance. He's decided to come down to watch Port Vale. He's lost his mates and he's a little bit drunk.
I don't know. How? Honestly, I can't. I've had a few beers. I've had a few beers.
He's had a few beers. Better carry on walking past the Golden Lion, mate. We reach the ticket office, through the car park, realise we've missed almost 10 minutes, follow signs for the south stand, head down the steps, ask this guy where we're supposed to be going, found the right entrance, and in we go. £18 to see this League One tie. Reminded myself where I'm meant to be sitting. Look for seat, found seat. And here is the view. No, really. I have to hold my hands almost in the air to show you guys what's going on here. There it is. Maybe this explains why we're the only people in the front row. Because when you book front row seats, you have the pleasure of staring at a brick wall. Sorry, mate, you're in the way. I can't see. And you. And you. But to be fair, we didn't order these seats. Our seats were taken. And they were taken by smaller people than us. Which means they wouldn't have been able to see anything. At least we're in a privileged position to be able to peer over and see some of the game. They would have been screwed. Although looking back, I kind of wish I'd asked Zoltar to make me big. So now we've made it, let's give you the facts. Southend United. Founded 1906. Home ground? I've already said it. That'll be Roots Hall. What about the capacity? Just your 12,392. Is it worth mentioning that they've got the best record against Manchester United? Yeah. Right, they've only played each other once, but a win's a win. Nice one, Freddie Eastwood. Time to check on the bets, and I've got this game in the bet. Come on, Southend United. Here's a couple of first aiders on hand in case I go crazy and hit my head against this brick wall. And here's Dan being brave and using the wall to its advantage. Great view. But it doesn't last long, because we quickly realise every time we try and film, we're definitely getting in the way of someone's view behind us. This is me clapping and showing my appreciation to something that's just happened on the field. And here's a header off the line by Jason Demetriou. Out of the way, ball boy. Southend fans, let me know, has any players ever actually fallen over this wall? It's quite a drop. Here's me in the video again, wondering when a goal will come. It's not been the best of games, demonstrated by this guy here. Subs bench. Phil Brown, ex-Premier League manager. Oh, it's exciting stuff. And up close and personal with a mitre ball. Now you see it, now you don't.
Did you get that, yeah?
No, mate, you and the wall was in the way. Enjoy the rest of the game. You know, I sod this. My back's aching, my neck's aching. Let's get some food. We're going to head down these steps, which leads us to the burger bar. Lovely. Old school TV waiting to be taken down. Last plugged in, 19.0 biscuit. Is Dan getting his change together? What's he going to get? Here's what's on offer. Beef burger, cheeseburger, hot dog, cheese hot dog, pies, chocolate bars, and cold drinks. I've done it again. I've got myself a Dr. Pepper. Along with that, a cheeseburger. That's £5.20, please, mate. $3.20 for the burger, £2 for the bottle of Dr. Pepper. That's expensive. Wax and Tommy K on that, and head back to our seats. Half time, still 0-0. Didn't miss anything, I'm told. And here's Dan's hot dog. Not the first time and the last time I'll see it. The big question is, Dan, Is it nice? I'll take that as a no. Well, hello, we've got some cheerleaders and a very animated choir. Took a little look at our seats down the front, might have to sod them off, which is great because we were standing next to the stairs which leads to the upper tier. Here's those cheerleaders again, welcoming the Southend United team back onto the pitch for the second half. To the upper tier, Dan's found a door and some more stairs as we go from D to E, up to F, and right to the back where G is. Best way to teach kids the alphabet is take them to a football ground. Question is it a better view? Of course it is. We can see the grass, slightly restricted view here, but who cares? I'm happy, Dan's happy, and this guy in the flat cap is happy. Well, kind of. Finally, we've got some football in this video. Southend take the first chance of the second half. That's blazed over into row Z, or in our case, row G. Must admit, we've gone from one extreme to another. In the first half, we're trying to creep over the wall. In the second, we're ducking under. But this is much better. And just to let you know, smoking is prohibited in this area. Here's the Port Vale keeper phasing the back of this guy's head, and a steward sponsored by Emerson. At the other end, it's a shot on target for Port Vale, spilt, followed by shouts for a penalty. Not given. But Dad, I just want to support Chelsea. Port Vale pressing again, narrowly wide. And following that, it's a substitution for Southend. Fortune coming off. Theo Robinson on to replace him. Some appreciation for the crowd, although this guy's not too sure whether to clap or not. Should he? Shouldn't he? Yeah, go on, do it. Southend trying to carve out more chances. And here's Ben Coker, by far the best player on this team to date, in my opinion. Twisting and turning. Doesn't get the ball in, but he does win his team a throw. Should we talk about the throw? This one's clever. Straight off the training ground. I love this stuff. Ryan Leonard here, looking like he's going to send a long one into the box. They've not bothered marking Benny Coker here. He picks it up from the short, sends it into the box. Unlucky. Great move. There's a diagonal ball now out to this near side where Benny Coker is. Touch there, brilliant from him, twisting and turning as we've seen him do already. Gets the ball in this time, as you can see from the head here. That's straight into the keeper's hands. Back up the other end now, and it's a chance for Port Vale, blazed over the bar. Not row G though, row C. Starting to become a little bit more competitive. Foul over there, and this guy's hand, he's going crazy. He's not happy. So that's £10 to Essex. Oh no, that's the other videos. Substitutions. And one-arm steward sponsored by Emerson. Oh, hang on. No, he has got an arm. Where is he hiding that? According to the high-tech scoreboard there, we just hit the 70th minute. It's funny. Back in the day, that would have been high-tech, but not anymore. That's basic. This guy's had enough, and so has maintenance by the looks of it. Anyone know a painter decorator? Southend in possession once again as the ball spread over to Benny Coker, and once again he sends a ball into the box. I wouldn't mind knowing how many assists he's got this season. It's not paying off today though. But here they come again, this time with Wandsworth as he makes his way towards the byline. Tries to hit it back, and luckily for him it comes off the Vale defender. That's out for a corner. He then whips that into the box, and it comes straight back to him from the header here. Probably not intentional, but he whips it straight across. The extra nick there took it away from McGlashan. Unlucky for Southend, but what about up the other end? So that's 1-0 to Port Vale, but hang on a minute, I recognise this guy. I swear he was the drunk one who we met outside the ground. And I could have sworn he said he was a Stoke fan.
I'm a Stoke fan.
Doesn't look like it to me, mate. You are loving it. So my bets over on the Bet Ball app haven't been kind to me today, unfortunately. And after going 1-0 down, Dad and Son are heading off home. Still 10 minutes left, mate. You might miss something. At least this lot have stayed behind. As Ben Coker picks up the ball from this head here, he's got plenty of space and time to do what he wants as he brings it into the box, flashes it across. We have ourselves an equaliser. Coker supplying it, Wandsworth to tap it home. I'll make that 1-1 with 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go. You might remember when we went to Wembley, justice for stewards was the key point. This guy's not happy though. I mean, look at him, just sitting there. Very lonely. And if he so much turns around to watch the game, he'll be in big trouble. And I have a feeling that this geezer in the suit is the boss man. You see him at every event, in the corridors, in the tunnels, wherever it might be, always standing around trying to look important in their very fancy suit. But really, they're not bringing anything to the table. Here's another one completely silenced by big boss man's actions. Justice for stewards. Let them have some fun. And it looks like that message has gone out. Steward sponsored by Emerson is loving it. He's been watching balls hit row G all day long. Southend pressing once again. We might have ourselves another chance here. Well, unfortunately not. But we do get a throw, which is taken long, but no one on the end of it. And here's another throw that's sent into the box, but once again, no one on the end of it. Eyes on the ball. Hoof. Now this lot are heading off early. Not as early, man, but still early. It's just a real shame that they missed this cross into the box where no one was on the end of it. And following that, we have a final whistle. They weren't happy with that. That was 2 points dropped as far as they was concerned. Anton Ferdinand leads the appreciation to the fans that have come out today, but the early ones are already halfway round the ground. Thief, Southend, if you're missing 2 corner flags, this is your man. Right, time to go. But before we do, let's rate the experience. As usual, we're starting with atmosphere. I'm told it's normally rocking down at Roots Hall, but today it was pretty bleak. But then again, so was the actual game, so not much for the fans to feed off of. Unfortunately, this just gets the 2 stars. Facilities, well, wasn't the best of starts, was it? A brick wall. But once you get your head over it, it's quite a nice little ground. It's fully seated, sure a little bit ropey in places. It's alright. alright. I'm going to go straight down the middle, 2.5 stars. Next up, we're talking food and drink. Cheeseburger was decent. Enjoyed it. Dr. Pepper was Dr. Pepper. A little bit expensive though. This might sound really weird, but I've never heard of a cheese hot dog. But then again, why not? Dan unfortunately wasn't a fan, but this isn't about Dan and his hot dog. I'm rating my food. And for me, it was 3 stars. Finally, we're talking cost. £18 for the ticket, the food on top of that, and of course the ice cream, which is nothing to do with Southend United, obviously. But all in all, I spent £25 and 15p. Not bad for a League One day out. And based on all of those factors, I'm going to give this a 3.5 stars. So as we queue to get out, Dan's checking his bets. Did it go your way, mate? No, of course they didn't. Decided to go the other way and found some steps to the lower tier. Pretty much empty. Look at the mess. A few Port Vale players warming down, and now this queue outside is starting to move. We'll get there eventually, I promise you. Exit. And away we go with our long walk back to the car. We get back to the car and find Pete the Painter's parked up next to us. Not Peter Piper who picked a pepper. In all seriousness, Pete, there's a project down at Roots Hall waiting for you. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Of course, this one went up a little bit late. You know the story. Honeymoon, Thailand. I'm back now, though. And of course, we'll be on the road again soon. So we'll see you in the next one. Need to apologise, by the way. Sorry this is all in 720. As the seasons go on, we will get better quality. Let's hope that's the same for Gillingham. On the road, we're back again, scoping out another football ground. And today I'm heading to Gillingham as they take on Peterborough at the Priestfield Stadium. And what a beautiful day it is. Even the lights are changing for us. First stop, though, my old stomping ground, Grays. Home to many pubs. Many pubs. Even the odd seedy shop, too. And of course, the old Grays AF ground, which isn't there anymore. Knocked down, replaced by flats. Then unveiled by the mayor and Ray Parlour. Fancy being a professional footballer and unveiling a block of flats, which was once a football ground. Shame on you, Ray Parlour. Parked at the end of this road as I wait for my guest for the day. Told me to wait by Walker's Carpets, didn't he? And just like Grays AF's ground, Walker's Carpets is no longer, which has since been replaced by Grays Food Centre. It's an off-licence grocery, fruit and veg, bakery and butcher all in one place. Tesco's has taken note. I'm here. I said I'd pick him up at 1. It's 10-2. I'll give him 10. That's maths. Here's me thinking, despite the sun shining, it's still quite cold, and is this jacket going to give me the benefit when I get outside? He's got 1 minute, and the tank's at 1/4. I see movement in the mirror. Looks like he's here.
The dog's stuck on the road. Oops.
It's Tomo from Palmer's FC. So as we drive through the town centre, I realise my windows need a clean. And before you know it, we're heading over the QE2 bridge to Kent. That's £2.50 on the toll. And now we're in Kent, the Garden of England. Now we're heading round a roundabout following brown signs. Here's some more brown signs. And now I'm worried because there's no brown signs on this sign. Oh, thank God for that. It's so good to see you. And even better, I've found you, a dedicated sign. We're going left. Did I mention it was a beautiful day? Traffic. Satnav says we're just under half a mile away, but in terms of parking, we're going to go to Woodlands Primary School. Looks like they put one of the pupils on parking duty today. I was told by the club it's £5 to park in here. He's just turned around and told me it's £3. Touch. Thank you, Mr. Parking Man. So here we go, parking in Woodlands Primary School. Found a space in front of the climbing frames. But more importantly, here's a multicoloured bench, which is next to a multicoloured table with multicoloured benches. And some multicoloured bins for paper, fruit, plastic and cans. And don't forget the badger. So we're walking, and Tomo's found a shop. And of course, Tomo's eyeing up a beer. Me? Nah, just the water. I don't like the fat bottles of water. Just the thin one. That'll do me. So I got me water at 65p. That's £6.15 spent before we've even got in the ground. Oh, look, a floodlight. We're on the right track. Hashtag dad goals, taking your son to the football. Right, you're becoming too helpful now. Leave me alone. Loving the brickwork and the pearly gates. Hallelujah. Bumped into Lewis from White Lines Football. Link is in the description.
Hello.
Hello. And now these boys want to get involved.
Hello.
Hello. Realised we walked completely the wrong way around the ground. We've actually gone through the pearly gates. Don't think I've said it yet, but it's definitely a beautiful day. Here we go, match day ticket collection from the Gordon Road stand.
Matthew Smith.
That's right, 2 T's. Got the tickets. £22. It's the most I've spent on a ticket in the On the Road series so far. Let's see how it goes. Football. And food. Gonna eat before the game, because I haven't eaten yet. Any pie, chips, any soft drink for £7.30. That'll do. This is a steak pie. These are some chips. Oh, hello there. And a thin bottle of water. Bonus. At £7.30, please. This is getting expensive. So I'm currently struggling to hold things, and the pie in my other hand is burning. Walk up a number of steps and found seat 60. And here we are. So let's find out a little bit more. Name, Gillingham. No town, no United, just Gillingham. Founded 1893 and formerly known as New Brompton. Home ground goes by the name of the Priestfield Stadium. And you're looking at a capacity of 11,582. Quick headline for you. Back in 1996, fans were banned from bringing celery into the ground. I'll let you find out why. I had to start on the pie, finish the pie. Time to move on to the chips. Didn't finish the chips, they were awful. Here's Tomo lining up a couple of bets for the afternoon. And here's me wondering what the difference between the yellow and the orange steward is. But aside from that, I'm going to bring up a debate. Is it yellow or green? Now, after recommendation of buying tickets for the Gordon Road stand, we were then inundated with people saying we should have gone to the Rainham end. Much better atmosphere, I'm told. And I'm starting to believe it as well, judging by the 3 flags hung up at the back. Didn't buy a programme, so this is probably the closest I'm going to get to reading one. Or maybe here. No, definitely here. Can't quite work it out though, it's a bit blurry. The players are currently warming up. Save. Finally, back at the net. So despite it being a beautiful day, it's actually freezing cold under this stand. Should have got a hat like this guy, and a tea or coffee like this guy. Hello, mate. But as most of you know, I don't do tea or coffee. Would have been a hot chocolate. Back to the warm-up, and this is the only guy that scored so far. And he's done it again. Here we go, star of the show, Tommy T. Here's Tommy T doing what all football mascots do best, bringing a smile to kids' faces. Oh, wait a minute. And here's Tommy T doing what all football mascots do best, bringing a smile to Tomo's face. It's starting to fill up, and the warm-up goal is being packed away. Where are they going to put that? I've done it again. I put an early kick-off into the bet. Gutted. Millwall struggling against Swindon. They're still packing the goal away, and now they're moving the goal away. I see some flags, and now I can't see anything because this guy's decided to stand right in front of me. This isn't really going to work, is it, mate? You might want to move on because I paid for this seat. What are goals. Actually, I owned a pair of red vans once, so I'm certifying them. Meanwhile, at the Brian Moore end, no roof. That lot must be freezing. He's one of the most underappreciated people at every football ground. It is, of course, the groundsman. He's just touching up his own downfall after wheeling a full-size goal off of the pitch. But from where I sit, it is a decent pitch. So well done, that man. Here's where the party's at, and here's where the players are at. Appreciation as they take to the field. Continued appreciation as they take to the field. The players and Tommy T are taken to the field. He's still at it. Go on, son. It's time to go now, though. There's a football match about to start. But I appreciate all your hard work, honestly. Introducing the tallest player on the field today, Thomas Holy. Only 6'9" and hangs off the bar for fun. It's actually hard to appreciate the height of someone until you see him next to a normal-sized person. That's not to say tall people aren't normal people, but you know what I mean. And so we kicked off, and I'm looking forward to seeing some goals today. Steward with a coffee. Seems pretty relaxed. View's pretty restricted today, thanks to Hat Man and Hair Woman. And this linesman's on it. And finally, we get our first chance of the game as Peterborough put the ball into the box, but Holy is there to collect easily. We got an injury. And I've just seen what I'd look like if I become a professional footballer. Smith number 2. Me all day. And here is Smith number 2 putting a ball into the box, but no one from Peterborough wants to get on it. We've got another injury, which leads to a water break for every single Gillingham player. He's Hat Man doing what Hat Man does best. And now we've got another injury. Play carries on as Hair Woman does what Hair Woman does best. Free kick. Free kick was taken, and that was waffed. Oh, we've got another injury, which leads to a substitution, and Hat Man and Hair Woman leaving early. All that we can see is this ball goes into the box and headed over the bar by Josh Wright, brother of Mark Wright. Ain't that right, Mark?
Yep.
What has this lad got? Whatever it was, I'm still hungry. The pie was alright, but the chips didn't satisfy at all. Definitely going to need to stock up at half time. Oh look, Hat Man and Hair Woman have returned, and that can only mean one thing: back to a restricted view. This lad sums up my feelings of this first half so far, and you never guess what? Another injury, but not to who you think. To the ref. You got to be kidding me. That's exactly what the lino's thinking. He's got places to be after this. Yeah, tell him to hurry up. We've got dinner at the in-laws tonight. Can't miss it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This replacement ref is massive. Oh, come on. Crowd not happy with Peterborough's Madison after he got poked in the eye. And so he steps up to take that free kick. Cleared, but it soon comes back to him on this near side. And that right there is the biggest cheer I've heard in this stadium today. Oh, hang on, I think the police have spotted some celery. Nope, it's just a lack of atmosphere. No lack of affection in front, though. Hat Man is getting right in there with Hair Woman. That is love. It's a beautiful thing. Can everyone just stop getting injured for a minute? Oh, no, too late. It's half time. Well, that is officially the worst half of football I've ever seen in my whole entire life. It can only get better, though, Smiv. So as I said, I'm hungry, and Tomo needs the ladies. So I wait here and realise the queue is massive. But then I find these steps that go behind the Rainimen. And now I've just fallen in love. Wok, stock and 2 smoking pans, pub grub, the Italian job, and don't forget the crusty loaf. I think I've just found the difference between the orange and yellow, or green, supervisor and response team. Decided the queues are too big for all of those tempting places, so we head back to our seat. You know the route, up the steps, and into seat 60. Well, that's what you think. Just want to let you know it's a criminal offence to enter the pitch. But is it a criminal offence to change your seat? Who knows? Welcome to the Rainimen. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty hot round here. Just one wrong move and we are out. We've got to lay low. As far as floodlights go, I'm a fan of these. I like them. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but what a beautiful day. But we can't show too much appreciation, otherwise we'll be going in the same direction as this stop, back to the Gordon Road stand. It's hotting up. They're everywhere. And now the players are back out for the second half. Oh no, they're getting closer. Surely they're not onto us. It's not Hat Man or Hair Woman, but it is a couple of people that could potentially restrict our view for the second half. Wind's picking up and I'm getting cold. But who cares? The second half has started. I'm regretting not getting a hot drink though. I mean, it's not like every single person has one. No. Not at all. Here's an interesting way in getting to your seat. Just chuck him over there, that'll do. Here's some of the posh fans that have travelled down, complete with flag, which no one wants to take responsibility for. You put it there. No, you put it there. Right, I'll put it there, but you've got to carry it home afterwards. I don't believe it. We have a slight chant. Very good. And oh my god, we've got an amazing view of a programme we didn't pay for. Gotta love a freebie. We need some goals, and I'm pretty sure this lad was smashing it in the warm-up. More free programmage, and while the Jills were busy in Greater Manchester getting duffed up by Rochdale last Saturday, the ambitious Salford City host... Oh, I can't see it anymore. It has been dull, but finally we've got something to bring you in this game as the cross goes in. You just know a game is hotting up when the Maltesers are brought out. Update on this. I think we're clear. Oh no, hang on. Lay low, lay low. Dad, I gotta go toilet. Looks like that's the end of the free programming. Here's a clearance from Gillingham where the ball finds itself on the roof, but luckily this was built with a slope. Straight back into play. Shot from outside of the box, but that ain't testing the keeper, and she is not happy. All 6'9" of Thomas Holy came in useful here. And this lad's got a great idea to cheer the crowd up. Nah, didn't work. Tries to get a ball into the box now, but it goes out for a corner. And that corner is floated straight into the keeper's hands. All programme's back open and we've got some stats. A few weeks ago now, I went to Grey's Ath thinking I'd paid for a bore draw. Didn't happen though, 90th minute winner. But if it had, I wouldn't have been too bothered. I only paid a tenner. This one though, I've paid a little bit more, haven't I? So you can understand my frustration knowing there's been 14 goals in the previous 3 Gillingham games. Okay, mate, that 15-4 as Peterborough have just won the game in the final minute. Everybody's going. And good timing too. Well, that was bad. Should we rate the day? Let's rate the day. First up, we're talking atmosphere. What atmosphere? There was no atmosphere. 7,561 people packed into the Priestfield Stadium, and it was flat. Like, I mean flat. If it weren't for this man, you'd be getting 0. Just the 1 star for Gillingham. Next up, we're talking facilities. I love this ground. I think it's a great little setup, and it got even better when I saw Wok, Stock and 2 smoking pans. A solid 3 stars for the Priestfield Stadium. Next up, a very important subject, food. Now, let me tell you where I'm at. The pie was alright. I'd give it a 3. But unfortunately, your chips are probably the worst I've ever tasted. Dry, cold and cardboard is the best way of describing them. If only I'd seen the food under the Rainer men first, it might have been so much different. But for me, food, 2 stars. Finally, we're talking cost. Was it value for money? Unfortunately, this particular match wasn't. Spent 22 quid on a ticket and £7.30 on food, so that's just under 30 quid to watch, well, probably the most boring game of football I've ever seen. I feel really bad, but it's just going to have to be 1.5 stars, I'm afraid. Oh dear. Here's an awkward way of getting out the stadium. Get much action, mate? Thought not. So we walk under the stand, up the steps, and out the gates. Wow, I've just seen something worse than the football. So we got back to the car and I considered going on the climbing frames to cheer myself up, but no, I'm an adult. Gotta be responsible. So as we leave Gillingham in what was a disappointing day at the Priestfield Stadium, I can still say that it was a beautiful day, because I definitely haven't mentioned that yet. I hope you're enjoying the On The Road series. Next time, we're going to be going back down to non-league. I know you like those ones. So until then, don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to check out all the other football content on this channel. I will see you in the next one.
Peace.
That was my wife. Drop a like on the video below if you're still here. We should add a target, actually. 5,000 likes, please. Let's have that. We've got 2 messages. Anti-skid service required and transmission performance low. That doesn't sound good. Oh well. On the road, yep, back again, and tonight we're heading down to Billericay Town as they take on Dulwich Hamlet in the Ryman Premier North. Now, I don't know if you've heard about it, but there's a lot of things going on down at Billericay Town right now. A lot of money being pumped into the club, so let's see what difference it's made. Traffic. But we're soon moving again after we picked up our first guest for the day. It's Nick of Palmer's FC.
Hello.
Hello, mate. Now, if you're a regular viewer to the On The Road series, you've probably heard of Billericay Town already. They featured in the very first video as they faced my local side, Grays Athletic, and lost 1-0 in the final minute. Since then, Grays Athletic have been relegated. Sad times. Billericay, however, a place with nice houses, with nice cars on nice driveways, they're gunning for the playoffs and also have a 5-year plan of getting into League 2. It's definitely an ambitious plan, but certainly possible. What was signed for Billericay? That didn't take long. Of course it didn't. I only live around the corner, but then again, my house, driveway and car isn't as nice as Billericay's. As we continue down the high street, you'll see the Checkers on the right here, a popular destination for Friday and Saturday night. I only say that because I've never been Monday to Thursday or Sunday. I've now arrived at our second guest house and we are now walking to the ground. Introducing Rennie.
Hello.
Hello. Rennie's a good friend of mine and he's just lent me a Billericay Town scarf. It'd be rude if I didn't say that Rennie's actually a good singer as well. That'll do. Oh, and he was also on Take Me Out once too.
Good evening, girls. My name's Rennie, and I'm from Essex.
Oh my god, a Wimpy. I rate Wimpy very highly. Here's another good place if you're ever in town, the Giggling Squid. Dogs, loads of them. So as we continue to walk through the nice area that is Billericay Town, we see a sign for Billericay Town FC. And then boom, welcome to Billericay Town Football Club. Queues at non-league always makes me happy. So how much are you going to charge me, Billericay? £10? Okie dokie, take me money, let's go. Football. Right, we're in, so let's give you the lowdown on Billericay Town. Name, I said it enough, Billericay Town. Founded, older than Nan and Grandad. Home ground, that'd be the new lodge. What about the capacity? I'm telling you, it's around 3,500, 424 seated. Nick's grabbed a raffle ticket, here's a couple of trophies, and here's the bar, just a Coke for me tonight. First round was on Rennie, nothing to pay there, thank you very much. Back outside and I'm hungry. This is the queue for the food, and I've nearly finished this, probably going to need another one afterwards. Oh, here we go, the usuals up there. Bovril, never had Bovril, will try it one day, but not today. This guy here is absolutely having it, multitasking all over the place. Now, I was going to have a burger, but I just seen kebab meat and chips for a £5. I asked for the kebab meat and chips for a £5, and I only went and got the kebab meat and chips for a £5, didn't I?
Tottenham meat and chips.
Lovely, cheers, mate. I haven't had this since I was like 18 years old, going down Romford on a Friday night. Here's the addition of some burger sauce, not too much. The others got food too. Nick's chips, can't say the word, it's banned from the channel, but you know what I mean. And Rennie, very impressed with his burger and chips there. Should we take a walk? Let's take a walk. As you can see, we've arrived on the terraces. Not very busy, but it will be. Nick come the teams, Billericay in the blue, Dulwich Hamlet in the pink. It works for Juve, it can work for Dulwich Hamlet. Looks like Bill Town are shooting towards the opposite end, so let's switch ends. Evening, stewards. Game's kicked off and we're still walking. This could take a while. Screw it, let's get another drink. Love the carpet. No, really, I love the carpet. I know they're making changes around here, but don't change the carpet, please. So this could also take a while. So whilst Nick grabs this round, I'm heading to the gents. Oh, mate, I love what you've done with the place. It's all sparkly and stuff. I'll stop filming now. Back to the carpet, just as good as the toilet, if not better. So Nick's at the front. And now we're out and Rennie's creeping around the back of the subs bench. Still walking. Now we're approaching the club shop and stop the press. New Billericay Town mugs, £6.50 each. I'd be tempted if I drank tea or coffee, but not for me. Anyway, we've found our spot and we're standing with this stock. Not bad for a non-league game on a Tuesday night. Busy over here as well. Packed. Look at it. Even the Dulwich Hamlet fans have turned up in numbers too. So why is there so many people at a non-league game on a Tuesday night? Surely it's got nothing to do with manager Glenn Tamplin pumping his own money into the club and attracting ex-Premier League footballers such as Paul Konchesky and Jamie O'Hara. Definitely nothing to do with the record transfer at £24,000 for Jake Robinson from Hemel Hampstead. And definitely nothing to do with Mark Wright looking to buy 20% of the club.
Yep.
Oh, it is. This is the second time you've popped up in these videos, Mark. Anyway, let's crack on with this game as I begin to wonder whether aliens have landed over the back there or not. Just realised I'm not the only one filming tonight. And Rennie just needs South Africa to beat Angola for his 15th-fold to come in. Might be worth pointing out that Billericay already beat Dulwich Hamlet 3 days before this fixture. And they got a free kick here. Jamie O'Hara on his home debut. Didn't really threaten, did it? Any sign of a South Africa goal, Rennie? Nah, didn't think so. You've got another free kick from Jamie O'Hara on his home debut, headed clear by Gavin Tomlin, and it's Matt Johnson for Billericay with the volley, and that is wide and over. Wover. Meanwhile...
Piss off, you freak.
Okay, so Dulwich are taking the lead. I've got two things to talk about here. First of all, I could have sworn Luar went to play football in Turkey back in 2012. No one told me he'd come back for a new adventure in the 7th tier of English football. Second of all, and I'm confirming this, I have never seen anyone bring confetti to a football game. Anyway, it's 1-0 to the boys in pink and blue. But that didn't deflate Billericay though. They had another free kick and a chance came from it as well. No, foul on the keeper, free kick. I feel like I don't hear this much at football matches anymore. Meanwhile, up the other end, no, not a goal. Confetti Keith is just throwing that confetti just for the sake of it. They've already seen a few free kicks for Billericay. Let's see what Dulwich Hamlet can do from this one. Yep, 2-0, and the confetti is flying. Don't worry though, I'm sure we can get some good news from Rennie on his big bet. Did South Africa do the business?
Lost.
Oh. Evening, steward. God, they're starting them young here, aren't they? Notice there's another set of toilets over there. I don't think they're going to be as sparkly inside, though. As you can see, it's not as packed out now. People obviously making a move for the half-time drinks. Did someone say half-time? That is half-time, and not a good half from Billericay. This is one of the many things I love about non-league. Just switch ends when you feel like it. But guess where we're off to? Yep, the bar. And the carpet is still holding itself down well. We're getting closer, and we made it. My round this time, £7.60, 2 beers and a Coke. Now, here's a blast from the past. Socks in trackies. Us little rude boys around the Grays area always did this. It was standard. Here we are back down the other end now as we hope to see a Billericay goal or three. This is more cramped than the first half, and I actually can't see anything. We need to get a little bit higher. That's a little bit better, but I am putting my life in danger right now. If I slip backwards, it's about an 8-foot drop to the bottom. Kids, stay there and catch me if I fall. Back to the game now. Look at the mess that Keith has made. Billericay looking a bit better in this second half. Shouts for handball. Not given. Update on the mothership, it is still here. At the other end, it's a chance for Dulwich, which is deflected over the bar. And Keith, stop throwing that confetti everywhere, please. Someone's going to have to clean that up, and I bet you ain't going to volunteer, are you? In fact, you know what? Take this bin, because you are going to clean it up. Talking of bins, there's not been much action. More action going on here, to be fair. Oh, how did he get in? Hope he go and pays for a ticket, or at least a £6.50 mug. Oh, there's another one. Billtown don't have a confetti, Keith, but they do have some water. And now it's all gone. These lads have had enough, and I don't blame them. It's been a pretty dire second half, to be fair. At least we've got a little bit of space to breathe now. On Keith, come and get your bin. It is pretty flat up this end, but at least the Dulwich fans are bringing some sort of atmosphere to the game. More people leaving. Off they go. I think tonight's just one of those nights where the ball just won't go in the back of the net. That's it. That's it. Tell you what, old Schultz over here is pretty brave, and there's more people leave, including Mr. Stewart here. That is full time. Should we look back at things? Okay, let's go. First up, as usual, we're talking atmosphere. The crowd was there, the excitement was there. Unfortunately, the performance on Billericay's part wasn't. However, Dulwich Hamlet fans down the opposite end didn't stop singing, so for this I'm going to give it a 3 stars. Facilities. It's a nice little ground, and I'm told that changes are already being made to it. I mean, those toilets, they've got to be new. But Glenn, if you're watching, from one man to another, do not rip up the carpet. And if you do, be sure to send it my way. Seeing as it's only round the corner to me, it'd be good to pop back down to the new lodge and see what other changes have been made. But for now, we're looking at 2.5 stars. First up, food and drink, and this man is a workhorse. Give that man a rise. As you know, I took the kebab meat and chips, not something I've ever had at a football ground before. I do like a bit of variety, and it was nice. We're going to go for 4 stars. Finally, we're talking cost. £10 for a ticket, £5 for food, and £7.60 on a round of drinks. That brings my total spend to £22.60. I can't moan about it. I saw a game of football. Obviously, the result didn't go our way, but I certainly don't need to get a loan out following my trip to the new lodge. Cost 4 stars. So we're on our way out. Keith, you better come down and clean this up. In fact, it's not even confetti, it's like newspaper clippings. And we can't actually leave at the moment. We've got to wait for the Dulwich Hamlet players to head through the gate. There ain't many signs of them leaving anytime soon. So we'll take the long route round. Oh, Keith, look at the mess you've made. If you ain't going to make a start, I'm just going to have to bring the bin to him. Nick's gone to check out the less glamorous toilets, and the boys in pink and blue continue to stretch out and warm down. Oh, Keith. Right, where is he? He's got to be in here somewhere. Apparently Keith's gone AWOL, we'll never find him. And so we exit the ground, and here's where we take one last look and say goodbye. So the last 3 games I've been to, the home team haven't managed to win. I'm becoming a bit of a curse. Let's hope it don't continue, but until the next one, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to check out all the other football content on the channel. I'll see you in the next one. 48 minutes in, who survived to this point? Make sure you comment below saying you're part of the 48 Minute Club. But next up, White Hart Lane. On the road, yeah, back again, and today we're off to White Hart Lane, home of Tottenham Hotspur. Now I know some of you are going to turn around and say, oh, Smith, sort it out, you've already done Tottenham in this series, but I haven't done Tottenham at White Hart Lane. Tottenham are my team. I love them to bits, and this potentially is the final time I'm going to get to see them at White Hart Lane. If you didn't know, they're currently building a brand new stadium around the current one. This is going to be the final season in the old ground. Sad times. Right, anyway, let's crack on. Ding dong. Time to pick up my guest for today, my good friend Ash.
Hello.
Hello. And so we're driving on the A13, get in the left-hand lane, take the North Circular, A406, drive on the A406, wave hello to Walthamstow, birthplace of Dad, past Costco on the left, which reminds me I need to pick up some loo roll, one of them chocolate cakes and a hammock on special offer, and then get off at Tottenham Edmonton. Now you notice Tottenham is left, but we're going right. We're heading into Edmonton, then we're chucking another right, down Brettenham Road. Park up on Brettenham Road, and here's a sign for Brettenham Road. Ash is heading into Nish News, wants a Red Bull, and in case you need any water, Nish News has got you covered. He's got the Surma, the Evian, the Volvic, the lot. And now we're doing the mile walk from here to the stadium. Here's another shop stacking waters, big up Tigab Mini Market. Now we're approaching where we should have turned left. First signs of hitting Tottenham, come on you Spurs, and here's this man walking around with an Arsenal jacket with a spinner printed on the back. This is what I class as the halfway point of our walk, and this is Ice's house. Found him. North London bus on a Saturday, welcome to Haringey. Past the Coach and Horses, arrive at Northumberland Park, and to the left here we've got Lily White House, stage 1 of the new stadium development. We walk some more. The bricklayers, and of course the iconic stall full of pin badges, hats, scarves and t-shirts, some of which are on sale too. Here's another one focusing more so on scarves. There's a couple of hats there too if you're interested. Remember that new stadium I was talking about? Here it is. And because of it, 208 new apprenticeships have been delivered. And don't quote me on this, but I think they've welcomed around 3,000 job seekers to their award-winning job fair at White Hart Lane. And 870 young people have enrolled into college programs. I'm hungry, and what better place to go than Chick King? You know the one, fried chicken, ribs and burgers. I'll take 2 pieces of chicken and chips, 4 wings and a bottle of water please, mate.
Lovely, thank you. Cheers.
So we've got our food, but there's nowhere to sit. This is going to be a standing job. Do you know what? I think we'll stand here, look at some scaffolding as we tuck into our chicken and chips. Chicken and chips eaten, and here is the future. And here's one of the few reasons why I don't park near the stadium. £20? No, thank you. Let me know if you're a fan of half scarves. For me personally, no. You're essentially wearing another team's colours around your neck. Don't do it, mate. Oh, he's done it. So we've been talking a lot about the new stadium. Here's the old one. And here's the Spurs shop. Ash bought a retro shirt before, didn't fit him. He's coming to exchange. I appreciate that this is the definition of a nightmare to some people, like Tottenham scarves. And old school Tottenham shirts, I got that one. And how about a Tottenham travel pillow? Looks like Ash has found his shirt, just need to swap it over now. Where's the queue? There's the queue. And in the queue, I'm tempted by Tottenham playing cards, Tottenham flip-flops, and a 5-metre retractable Tottenham dog leaf for the dog that I do not have, a Tottenham dog bowl for the dog I don't have, and a Tottenham dog collar for the dog that I do not have. Moving on, we've got a Tottenham dinner tray. Dad, I love that. Tottenham oven gloves, you'll have them too. And plenty of Tottenham bears. That's birthday and Christmas sorted. Well, look, a model of White Hart Lane. We're sitting about here today. I reckon sales of autograph books have gone down. It's all about the selfies. Do you play golf? The Spurs shop's got you sorted. Golf balls. In case you didn't manage to get a scarf on the way in, now's your chance. We've reached the till. Welcome. Here's the Bournemouth starting lineup. And now we're getting somewhere. Exchange is happening. Exchange is happening. We're leaving the shop. And now we're on Park Lane. We're the Park Lane. We're the Park Lane. We're the Park Lane Tottenham. It's a genuine charm. This is the road where home and away fans tend to clash. Bournemouth, not so much of a problem. But Arsenal, West Ham and Chelsea, yes. When I was younger, it was my absolute dream to live in one of these houses. I mean, it's literally opposite the stadium. For me, the South Stand's always been the best place to sit, the best atmosphere and the cheapest tickets. Tempted by the burger bar, but I've just had chicken. We're now turning the corner. The East Stand. The shelf side. Here's where you'll see some of the legends come and go. And here's some serious equipment. I found some change in my pocket. I'm about to donate it to Leyton Orient Football Club. They're really struggling at the moment due to no fault of their own. Their owner is a complete douche. If you want to help them out in some way, shape or form, links are in the description below. This is where old meets new. And here's a man with a chicken on his head. And now we've reached the North Stand. Not the best place to sit for atmosphere, but it's all we could get. And as we walk through here, we're essentially going to be standing on the pitch of the new stadium. Let me show you. There's the North Stand, and wrapping around it, as you can see here, is the framework for the new stadium. It's exciting stuff, but at the same time, it's a little bit sad to see our old home go. Back outside now, looking for a cash point. Found a cash point. We got Tottenham local. Chicken's got a queue outside now, and I'm going to grab myself a programme. £3.50, thank you very much. I'll read that at some point. Did I mention that we're building a new stadium? Did I not? Oh, well, where it is. Is Ash doing that thing that a lot of kids do? It's cold, but you know what? I need to let you know that I support this club. And so we're queuing up. Tickets all loaded on the access card. Scanned. Works. We're going through. Football. Ashes in 2, and up we go some temporary steps. Through a temporary door, and we've made it. Well, not quite. Up these steps, and now we've made it. Hello, White Hart Lane. Oh, and hello, new stadium. More steps, and we're heading up to row 20, and I'm looking for seat 197. Where's 197? Oh, there's 197. Chuck the programme down, take a seat, and this is our view for today. And you can see how in sync the team is at the moment. Screw diversity. This is Tottenham Hotspur. Over in the far corner, you've got the Bournemouth fans slowly filling up their area. And here's a guy that's definitely seen us win some things back in the day. Starting to feel a little bit hungry again. I reckon I'm going to get a pie at half-time. Hello, mate. You all right? Yeah, definitely fancy a pie. Skip 5 minutes, and here come the teams. Time to grab some facts. Name, Tottenham Hotspur. I'm just going to put Tottenham on this screen. Gets a bit crowded, you see. Founded 1882. Home ground, White Hart Lane. How many people can you fit in that place? Well, it was 36,284, but I don't actually know now they've torn a corner of the stadium down. Fun fact, let me think. Maradona played for Tottenham. Sure, as a one-off for Ozzy Ardele's testimonial, but he slipped a Tottenham shirt on as we rode out 2-1 winners against Inter Milan. That's that. Now time for a kick-off. Anyone from Cyprus, you're represented every week at White Hart Lane, I tell you. Early doors, and it's Ericsson with a cross for Kane. There we go. I haven't actually seen any more work go on with the stadium today, and this is probably why. They're just having a chilled one. Justice for stewards at this ground is also good. They're just chilling, watching the game too. Not these stewards though, they are on it. They've just taken a banner down. I don't know what it said. Back on the pitch, I've always said Moussa Dembele needs to shoot more. And in the 16th minute, he got another chance to do so. That's 1-0 Spurs. Time for a song. Oh, Moussa Dembele. A few minutes later, we've got a lovely flick from Harry Kane here. Into the path of Heung-min Son. What's it going to be? Oh, Sonic? That's 2-0 Spurs. Poch doesn't look happy, but I know inside Poch is happy. Hugo's feeling lonely. He's almost called upon here as the ball flashes across the goal, but no one can get on it. Just want to let you know that this is my club, my one and only club, other than Palmer's FC, of course. It's about that time where people start piling into the bar just below us, and I'm thinking of doing the same, getting my last ever pie at White Hart Lane. Walk past you, and you. Steps 5, 6, 7, 8. A few more steps, and now we're in the queue. And it's all good, we ain't missing a thing. It's an easy decision for me. Steak and apple pie, bottle of Coke. Confirmation of the half-time scoreline, and now we're at the front where I have my pie, but they're sold out of steak, so it's got to be chicken and leek. Here we go, pie and a bottle of Coke. A little bit expensive if I'm being honest, Tottenham. And so we make our way back to our seats, pie in hand. And now the players are on their way back out. I'm now fully concentrating on getting this pie down me. They've kicked off, and now we're getting there. Okay, so after taking another bite of my pie, Harry Kane sticks it in the back of the net for free. Didn't catch it. As I say, the pie was more important. But I saw the goal, and that's all that matters. Surprise, surprise, Jack Wilshere's injured. I've seen a lot of talk on the news recently about how bad Spurs fans were towards him. But come on, stop getting on your high horse. Any set of fans would do this to a rival, especially after this.
What do we think of Tottenham? Shit! What do we think of shit? Tottenham! Thank you!
And obviously there was this.
It's happened again! It's happened again! Tottenham Hotspur! It's happened again!
So tell me exactly what's wrong with singing this.
It's happened again! My old man!
No more. Goodbye, Jack. Update on justice for stewards. Enjoying the game as we can see, and loving the sun by the looks of it too. Lads, if you could start doing something, that'd be great. Applause all round for the way Spurs are playing right now. And here's a shot on the turn from Ericsson. It's a good ball. Come on, you Spurs. Daly, fancy grabbing a goal from this corner? No chance. Over everyone's head. Here's some appreciation for Christian Eriksen, who's making way for Vincent Janssen. Definitely needs a goal from open play soon. Here's that point of the game where people start leaving early.
Fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes added time.
And it's definitely another reason why I park where I park. You pay to go and see a game. You don't want to leave early because of traffic. So anyway, back to Vincent Janssen scoring from open play. There it is. 4-0 Spurs. Well done, that man. That, my friends, is full time in this one. Like it. Should we look back at the day? Let's. As usual, we're going to start off with atmosphere, and at the moment, it's always good down the lane with the form that they're in. It's a shame I couldn't get tickets for the South Stand. That's where the songs normally start. You've got the shelf side as well. It's just very hard to get tickets down at the lane at the moment. It's very rare that they go on general sale. I got my one out of the ballot, and obviously with that, you don't get to choose your seat. You get what you're given. Overall, the atmosphere was decent. Could have been better if it was a rival in town, but wasn't to be. I'm going to give this 3.5 stars. Next up, we're talking facilities. Let's face it, it's an old ground. It's been there since day dot. The thing I used to like about the ground is it was solid. There was no no gaps in the corners where the stands met. It went all the way round like a tissue box. At the end of the day, it's a Premier League ground, but it's slowly becoming a construction site. 3 stars, White Hart Lane. Moving on, food and drink. Chick King is Chick King. We're talking more about the food within the stadium. What can Tottenham offer? Well, normally they offer me a steak and ale pie, and it's absolutely amazing, but I can't go on past experiences. We're talking about this time, and I had to have a chicken and leek pie, and guess what? It wasn't that nice. I mean, it was okay, at best. It was quite dry. And for that reason, and I normally would have given 4 stars because the pies are banging, but this time, it's just a 2. Finally, we're talking cost. $4.70 on Chick King, $2.90 towards Leyton Orient, $3.50 for a programme, $37 to get in the goddamn place, and £6.40 within the stadium for food and drink. That's a grand total of £54.50. It's the most I've spent on a game in the On The Road series so far, and it could have been a lot more expensive. I could have took a train, or I could have done matchday parking, but I'm savvy with my money, so much so that I get 2 lots of food. The question is, was it value for money? At the end of the day, I'd always be happy to go and watch Spurs win 4-0 at home. This is Premier League football, so you're always going to pay a little bit more. It's not the most expensive, but it's also not the cheapest. Tottenham Hotspur, you're going to get 3 stars. A round of applause for White Hart Lane. This is it. I'm a little bit emotional. Potentially my last ever time at White Hart Lane. Goodbye seats that never actually matched the blue that we played in. Goodbye West Stand. Goodbye Shelfside. Goodbye Park Lane. Goodbye row 20. Goodbye row 19. Goodbye little security room in the top corner. Goodbye one of 2 Jumbotron screens. Goodbye White Hart Lane. So Ash needs a piss. So I can sneak back out and get one last look. Goodbye, White Hart Lane. Yep, goodbye. And so we're off down the temporary steps, and then it's out of the old and into the new. Looks like Yelly's soft ice is cleaning up over there. Good tactics from him. And for the next half hour or so, High Road will look like this. I'm currently walking over 3 drains, and the sale's still going on too. Another reason why I don't park at the Tottenham end. You'll be stuck in this traffic for ages. And let's face it, a mile walk isn't that bad. I've saved £20 on the matchday parking, and I'm walking off my Chick King and pie. Just a case of walking up to Bretton Road, jump back in the car, and get the hell out of here. And on that note, that brings us to the end of this one. I'll be back next week with another On The Road, and I'm going back down to non-league. But until then, don't forget to show your appreciation by dropping a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to check out all the other football content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. Yep, you will indeed. Always see me in the next one. And the next one is Dartford FC. On the road, yeah, back again, and today we are heading off to Dartford FC. They're currently playing in the 6th tier of the English football pyramid, the National League South, and I've heard some good things about this ground, so let's go and check it out. First stop though, Lakeside Shopping Centre, traffic. Unfortunately my guest for today has bailed on me and gone shopping. Great. So we're going alone. 15 minutes? Won't take too long. Over the QE2 bridge. You know what that means. We're spending money already. £2.50 on the tolls. Are we in Kent yet? Yes, we are. And pretty much straight away, we're taking junction 1B of the M25. We're off to Dartford. A couple of roundabouts later, we're going down this road. No, a brown sign. And we're going left. No, we're not. The sat-nav says go straight down. Past this speed camera, which is never going to go off. Traffic. See? And it's still telling us to go up there. No, we need to turn around, mate. We've turned around and we're going past that camera that's never going to go off. Brown sign. And this time we're going to listen to it. We're going right. We went right, took a quick left, and now we're heading towards this man in a high vis.
Head northwest on West Thurrock Way, then at the roundabout, take the second exit onto West Thurrock Way.
I don't think so, mate. As we head towards the ground, let's find out some facts. Name, you know where we are. It's Dartford FC. Founded, we're talking 1888, home ground, Prince's Park. And what are they packing down there? 4,100, and 642 of them are seated. What else can I tell you? Well, it's the most eco-friendly ground around. They've got solar panels, the lot. So as I make my way towards this eco-friendly ground, we arrive at this eco-friendly turnstile. Take my money. Football. Ahead of that, we've got an eco-friendly table with an eco-friendly man selling eco-friendly programmes. That's another £2.50. My first view of the ground, and it's a nice little setup. We've got an eco-friendly bin with eco-friendly seats, with an eco-friendly photographer, and an eco-friendly scoreboard. I do love scoreboards, but the eco-friendly ones, just another level. I'm walking, and I found some eco-friendly steps leading to an eco-friendly bar. And you know what? I'm feeling in a good mood. I'm going to push the boat out today. I'm going to grab a Dish Serrano and Coke. For those that have never had it, it basically tastes like Dr. Pepper. I'm spending the pounds today. That's another £3.60. Here's a view of the eco-friendly ground from the eco-friendly bar, and now I'm walking again. Refreshments. Snack attack. Do you know what? Today I'm just going to keep it simple and get a cheeseburger. Got the cheeseburger. Gonna eat the cheeseburger. Eating the cheeseburger and waiting for the players to come out. Talking to players, here's the squad on the back of the eco-friendly programme, but there's no numbers, Dartford. No numbers. That's not very helpful for me, but I tell you what, no numbers, less ink, eco-friendly. I see where you're going with it. Just in case you didn't catch where we are today, there you go. No, it's not Shenley Road Garage Limited, it's Dartford FC. Oh look, the teams are out, and it's Dartford in the white with the black shorts and socks. Bishop Stalford are their opponents today in the blue and white. And ahead of this game, they're currently bottom of the league without a win in the last 8. And in those last 8, they haven't scored a goal, but they have conceded 29 in the process. Here's the lino just doing a double check, make sure there's no holes in that net. There's plenty, mate. Dear Lord. We might be going down, but let's just grab a goal today, yeah? I think the keeper just wants to get this one out of the way. He's ready to bust some moves tonight down the backers bar. Kick off. And we start off with an overhit ball, a clearance that goes out for a throw, and a shot that goes wide of the goal. No goalkeeping run-up cheer at Dartford, but there is a drum. I like it. Gotta love a drum. Just checking in to see how the bets are going on. Stalemate at the moment. And now I'm a little bit confused. I can't tell which bench is what. They're all wearing the same colour. Here's Mr. Luke Wanadio now cutting inside of his man and shooting. I've noticed a lot of security wandering around. Do I feel secure? Yes, I do. My eyes. I don't know what's gone with the camera, but I can't see properly as Dwayne Afori-Ajapong puts it across. I can't even see who that's gone to. The shot is blocked as it falls to Andy Pugh. Oh look, now we can see 1-0 to the Darts. And as you can see, that's confirmed by an eco-friendly scoreboard. Not long gone since the first goal and they've almost got a second. Oh, a rare chance for Bishop Stortford up the other end. Could this be the moment? Could this be the goal? No, it wasn't. Following that, we had chances go over, chances blocked, and chances hitting the back of the net. Once again, the eco-friendly scoreboard doing what it does best. That's 2-0 to the Darts. One thing I noticed about this place is it's heavily signed. In case you didn't know what this was, it's spelled out for you just above. Stop the press. Bishop Stortford have got another chance, this time from a free kick. But unfortunately for them, the goal drought continues. So we spoke about security. Are these stewards? I'm not too sure, but they are on it. Not enjoying the game. Justice for stewards is not a thing down at Dartford. Back to the game. We've got a ball hit over the bar here. Now you see it. Now you don't. There it is. They call him Dynamo. So obviously I'm driving, so I can't have another Disaronno and Coke. But they do sell Dr. Pepper. I'm happy about this. When half-time comes, you know what I'm getting. And there is half-time. It's 2-0 to the Darts, and it's easy to see why Dartford have got themselves a playoff place as they look to get into the National League. Shock horror. They ain't got no Dr. Pepper or Coke. It is. That's a shame. Another £1.60. And now me and my Coke are going to head round to the other end of the ground. At which point I stumble upon a half-time penalty shootout, and these kids know where the goal is. There's another one, and another, and another. I'll keep, you've had a mare there. Don't forget this one, and this one. But my pick of the bunch was this one, in off the bar. Oh, you right, Dave? Could we borrow the stepladder? We're shooting down the other end now. I need to put the flag up. And so Dave brought the stepladder, and the flag was put up. Here's a couple of substitutions warming up. I say warming up, they're just kicking it as high as they possibly can and keeping it going. And the lad's done well here. I like this sort of thing. Just a bit of fun. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? And you could end up kicking the ball into a crowd of people who are doing a little presentation. But luckily, young Alfie there's got away with that one. Here's that big flag we saw in the first half, up close and personal. Couple of metal gates to walk through here. Surely that's not the treatment table, surely. And here is our view for the second half. Very similar to the first half, just opposite ends. This stadium oozes symmetry. And here are the Dartford players ready to go. No sign of their opponents though. Come on lads, let's go. And we've kicked off 16 seconds ago to be exact. And here's a shot to demonstrate that we are underway. Look at the linesman go, but more importantly, check out the big geezer in the crowd. Back on the pitch, we've got an injury. He's heading for the treatment table. The keeper's getting the pre-drinks in. Over to my bet, and it's a penalty to Falkirk. Penalty scored. That's good news for the double chance. This right here pretty much sums up Bishop Stortford's day today. And to add salt into the wound, towering header there from Dwayne Afori-Ajapong, and I've been very impressed with this guy in this game. Big target man, and he's just grabbed Dartford's third. Quick introduction to Joe, who's been showing me around a bit today.
Hello.
Hello. He was just showing me that Dartford score goals from all over the field. This one was from their keeper, and he was almost called into action here, but this free kick goes wide. Reminders of the eco-friendliness of this ground. Solar panels there, and timber roofs as well. I like it. If only all councils were like Dartford. We already spoke about the security. They're everywhere. It's starting to make me feel uneasy, as if something's going to happen. What's happening? Oh, just a round of applause for Luke Wanadio. A reminder that there are some really decent players in non-league. Back to the bet. Sheffield Wednesday are taking the lead. Love that. And despite there being plenty of clouds in the sky, it is a beautiful day at a beautiful ground. It is the home of the Darts. And here's the future right here, along with some more signs. The DFCSA pod. It's a supporters association. Not going to fit many in there though. Back to the game. Cross, clearance, shot, blocked, cross, corner, corner, head. Pavey stuck it in for 4, and we've got a man down. Bit of dissent from Bishop Stortford, and that'll just get you a booking. Good news is my man's back up, and confirmation from the eco-friendly scoreboard. It's 4-0 to the Darts. Referee's been pretty lenient today, but he points out that foul, that one, and that one is going to get you in the book. I never really got into the Coke. I just wish it could have been Dr. Pepper. And the game that I was worried about has just come in. Full-time, double chance, West Ham, Everton. All the other results are going our way as well, so that means 40 quid in my back pocket. Pretty much paid for today. Back to this game, though. Any chance of a fifth? No, but I'm sure they'll take 4-0. That's full time. Should we look back at the day? Let's do it. As usual, we're going to kick things off with atmosphere. Over 1,000 people came to see Dartford beat Bishop Stortford, and it's easy to see why they came along. Some decent football played, and of course exciting times as the club looks forward to the playoffs and potential promotion to the National League. There were plenty of good vibes, lots of singing, and of course a drum. That's why Dartford FC are going to grab themselves 4 stars. Next up, we're talking facilities. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is an eco-friendly stadium. I think it might be the most eco-friendly stadium out there. Don't quote me on that though, but this is a non-league football club, and it has got a decent setup. Been around for a few years now, but it's definitely been looked after. I'm telling you, the stars are shining for Dartford. Another 4 stars for them. Moving on, we've got food and drink. Started off with Mediterranean and Coke. Perfect. Not too strong, not too weak. Tasted like Dr. Pepper, just how I like it. We also had a cheeseburger. Now, when this was physically given to me, it felt like a 2-star burger all day long, but I ate it and it was brilliant. Thinking maybe I should have asked for onions, that would have given it the extra edge. But as a burger in a bun with some cheese, it was decent. Coke, wasn't feeling it. Wanted Dr. Pepper. They didn't have Dr. Pepper. That's a shame. But I'm telling you, overall, Dartford are smashing it. Another 4 stars. Finally, we're talking cost. Unfortunately, I've done £5 on the round trip with the tolls. That's not Dartford's fault though, that's because the bridge are still charging for it and raising the price every few years. Not good. We also did £14 on the ticket, £2.50 on a programme, £5.20 on drinks and £3.60 on a burger that was delicious, which brings my total spend for this one at £30 and 30p. Was it value for money? Of course it bloody was. I got to see some football with some goals, met some great people with some great food. What more could you possibly want? Dartford, 5 stars, I'm definitely coming back. A round of applause for Dartford and Prince's Park. I've already mentioned it, good vibes around this place. You don't often get that, even if security are bang on your case. They're just doing their job. It's just a real shame they're missing the football. Yep, it's full time, you've missed it all, mate. A real shame indeed. So as I head out of this eco-friendly ground, Player of the Season awards are given out, and we're all still under a watchful eye. They're just doing their job, and so it's time to use the eco-friendly bin and take this eco-friendly path to my not so eco-friendly diesel car. I'm sorry, Dartford, I'll walk next time, I promise. And now I'm in a bit of a rush, because I need to catch the Spurs-Chelsea game. Come on, James, hurry up. 5 o'clock, got half hour to get back. We're out of here. And traffic. Considered getting a hand car wash inside David Log car park from £6, but no time, we gotta go. And we're going. Here's the other £2.50 for the £5 round trip I mentioned. And now we're heading into the Dartford Tunnel. As a kid, I used to hold my breath the whole way through. Some of the time I wasn't able to, but I'd still say that I did, because that's what you generally do as a kid. And like every tunnel, there's light at the end of it. Welcome to not so eco-friendly Essex. And welcome to every man's worst nightmare, the range. I mean, come on, love, is all of that necessary? I have no idea what any of it is, but I'm sure we needed it. And now because of this traffic, I'm late for the game. But what on earth could be holding us up on this early Saturday evening? Oh, you know, just a throwback to 400 BC with a horse and chariot. Jesus, it's the FA Cup semi-final. And there you go, 35 minutes late, and we all know what happened in this game. Gutted. Well, my friends, that is it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to check out all the other football content on the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Next up is Leyton Orient, one of my favourite on the roads, just because of what happened. Hope you enjoyed too. Here it is. On the road, yet back again, and today we're heading to the very bottom of League 2. It's sad times for Leyton Orient Football Club. Let's go. Bus. First job, pick up our guest for today. It's Tomo from Palmer's FC.
Hello.
Hello. And now we're heading past Palmer's College, home to Palmer's FC. You see it every other week, so no need for an on the road for this one. Heading into Grays for my second job, traffic. Head to Mo's Taylor's, pick up a dress for Sharan.
Got a dress to pick up for Sharan.
Picked up the dress for Sharan. Boot. Now we're on to the third job, bus. Third job, pick up my suit from the Classic Dry Cleaners. Picked up my suit from the Classic Dry Cleaners. Boot. Fourth job, fill up the tank. Tomo's so bored he's fallen asleep. Oh no, he hasn't. I do not believe it. Fill up the tank. 54.68 on fuel. Jesus. And now we're actually going somewhere. Traffic. And now we're in a place where the buses are different colours. And now we're in a car park where there aren't any buses at all. And in this car park where there's no buses at all, there's also no spaces at all. Found a space. It's half a mile down the road next to a tennis court. Welcome to Upminster, where I've just spent £11.80 on a return to Leighton Midland Road. One stop down and we've arrived in Barking. And we're going on the overground. Here's the train. Jump on. And wonder why all public transport seats are just crap designs. And we're off. And now we're here. Where? Leighton Midland Road. We're heading down these steps and up the high street, where Tomo fancies some chicken. But not southern fried chicken from here. He wants to find one a little nearer to the ground. Now that's a Chinese takeaway. And that's a Malaysian. And that's a meat wagon. Considered doing chicken run, but it's closed. Found this place called Five Lads. That rings a bell. But we keep walking on, and Tomo eventually goes for something he knows. I'll grab a mighty bucket for one that's £6.19, please. Time to find a seat in this lovely park where there's a peaceful protest ahead of the game. Couldn't find a seat, so we just sit on the floor. Meanwhile, peaceful protest continues. Now, you might be wondering why there's a peaceful protest. Let me explain to the best of my knowledge. Back in the 2013-14 season, Leyton Orient found themselves in the League One playoff final on the cusp of Championship football. Unfortunately, they lost out to Rotherham on penalties. Following that, Francesco Bacchetti bought the club in an attempt to hoist them up to the Championship and obviously beyond. Unfortunately for Leyton Orient, this wasn't the case. The following season, they were relegated to League 2, and now to this season, which is full of debt, unpaid wages and relegation to the National League. I wonder why the fans are singing Bacchetti out. This man has single-handedly ruined this club, and Tomo's got something in his shoe. It's now time to collect the tickets on what is a sad day, the last home game for Leyton Orient in the Football League for, well, we don't know. More signs of the feeling around this club. Here's where we collect the tickets from. Got the tickets, that's 22 quid for this home game against Colchester United. And now it's time to head in. That was a struggle. But football, where Rangers have just been smashed 5-1 by Celtic, and we're at the Tommy Johnston bar, where I'm not too hungry, but I'm going to buy a couple of beers. £11, please. And with the change of a tenner, I've just received my first ever new £1 coin. I might not like beer too much, but I'm having a drink for Leyton Orient today. This is pretty cool. Like it. Also bumped into Zaki, Arsenal fan, but he's showing his support for Leyton Orient.
Hello.
Hello. It looks like we're going in. Up some steps, past some seats, and here is the view. That noise, that's actually coming from the Colchester fans that we're sitting right next to. Here we've got a ball boy, the potential future for Leyton Orient, if there is a future for this club. I've noticed there's not many people taking up front row seats. This isn't like Southend. No brick walls here. Great view. Great view of the Colchester team warming up. Great view of the steward watching the Colchester team warm up. And a great view of the other end of the ground where the Colchester team decide to warm up. I think they're warm, and so are the fans. Not much noise from the Orient fans, it's more visual with signs like this. The sprinklers are out, and here's Tomo getting aired by the Leyton Orient mascot. Don't worry, mate, another time. I don't really know what this guy's doing, but I do know what this guy's doing. And another one, big up the groundsman, great surface at Leyton Orient, I must say. Mysterious bucket's been placed down, I'm not too sure what that's for, but we are going to find out. Amazing stuff, it's like the groundsman god, the sprinklers stop as he makes his way onto the pitch, and he puts the bucket down, the pitchfork goes in, and then he gets something out of the bucket, I'm not too sure, but he's filling that gap there where the sprinkler once was. I'll tell you what, this is cutting edge footage, this is the stuff that you don't normally see at football grounds. And I know you're absolutely over the moon to see it. I didn't catch the Stone Island pop-up shop outside the ground, but the Colchester firm are officially in town. There's flats in each corner of the ground, not a bad view if you live here, I'm telling you. Especially if you're a Leyton Orient fan like the top floor of this flat. Anyway, it's that time as the teams emerged, Leyton Orient in the red, Colchester in the grey and black. View of the security got their eyes on the Colchester firm at the back there. If I miss anything today, this lad certainly isn't. That's massive. Quite a big lens as well. But before we start this one, should we find out the facts? Name, we all know that. It's Leyton Orient. Founded 1881. Proper old. What about the home ground? That'll be Brisbane Road, also known as the Matchroom Stadium. What about the capacity? Just your 9,271 all-seater. Beautiful. Normally I'd add a fact about the club, but today I'm just going to say Bichetti out. And on that note, let's go. So we start things off with a shot from Eastman, deflection, that's a corner. Here's today's bet on Betball. 473 people followed me on this one, no pressure Smiv. Anyway, back to that corner which comes to absolutely nothing. Starting to get a little nippy, might consider a hot chocolate at half time. Meanwhile, a select few Orient fans tried to get the rest of them singing, not really working though. Up the other end, they're more interested in playing with inflatable balls. I know, mate, it's not been an entertaining start to the game, has it? Let's get the beers out, liven it up a bit, you know? Actually, you know what, they've had too many. In fact, far too many. This geography teacher's taken the wrong turn. Meanwhile, back on the pitch, a Colchester free kick narrowly goes wide. Looks like the Leyton Orient firm has taken matters into their own hands now. All one of them. Shame he doesn't know what's going on behind him. Now, I'm normally pretty good at capturing most of the goals in this series, but today, I've let myself down. And that first goal looks to have woken up this lad up here. He was in bed because he was on nights last night. I bet he's thinking, oh, Colchester at home, I should have put the earplugs in. My man's still going, and fair play to him as well. Here comes the backup, all two of them. And now with the blue smoke going off, I feel like I'm watching some Eastern European football tie in the Europa League. You know the one I mean, don't you? The one that kicks off 4 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon due to TV rights and time zones. Geography teacher's getting right involved now. I don't know what the hate's about, to be honest, but it feels like they're having a go at the family stand. Wrong people. Uh-oh, here come the old Bill. It might just quieten down a little bit now. No, tell a lie, they're throwing these on the pitch now. I feel like justice for stewards was the thing, but now with all this, they're going to have to keep a watchful eye out. On what though? The 2 inflatable balls in the crowd now? That's heavy stuff. They'll need backup. It looks like backups arrived down this end. Probably wise. And that, my friends, is half time. More happening off of the pitch than on the pitch. And despite being at home, it feels like a very lonely place to be as an Orient fan right now. The Leyton Orient firm has taken a break. So are we. Let's get something to eat or drink. Oh, pies. Great idea. Here's the latest scores in the Premier League, showing why it's the best league in the world. And here's the cue. Sod that. I'll go during the second half. And so we head back out where the women's team are parading a trophy. At least they're doing all right in one area of the club. More of Colchester warming up. Subs this time. Meanwhile, Orient are back out and they're doing the okey cokey. Anyone up for a second half of football? Let's hope so. That inflatable ball still on the go. Orient fans expecting a long half perhaps. Or maybe not. Well, that certainly put the smile on some people's faces to the point of where they're getting naked. We move on as the game continues. Sunday League problems with the police in the way, and Colchester mount pressure with a few chances here and there. That's not to say Orient didn't have any of their own. They just weren't as clear-cut as this. 2-1. Colchester certainly singing again. Well, they've scored one. Granted, it was a screamer that we missed, but it's always going to give you hope that you can get back into the game. One thing that won't get you back into the game is conceding another goal straight away. If I didn't already feel sorry for Leyton Orient, I certainly do now. Meanwhile, in the bet, things aren't going well either. And now cue absolute uproar. Leyton Orient fans have had enough, they're running on the pitch, and now it's just an absolute free-for-all. That's right, there goes the corner flag. Oh, and here's the rest of the Leyton Orient firm. And the Colchester fans remind Leyton Orient that They are. They're staying up. The majority of this stand don't seem too keen on going on the pitch themselves. And now it's all kicking off. This lad thinking he can take on the whole stand. He's going to have to get through the 4 policemen that have pinned him down first of all. Here's one of those videos that get put on Facebook where I've got your badge number, mate, you're getting sacked. Let's face it, he won't. I mean, to be fair, they've got a lot on their plate right now. And I think the main priority is not letting Colchester fans on the pitch with this lot. More confrontation, but the biggest question I have is why is there a peg on this man's collar? Time passes and people have gone home. Actually, tell a lie, they're on the pitch. So should we join them? Let's join them. I mean, the most we're going to get is a stadium ban. I don't think I'm going to be coming back anytime soon. And so we cross the line of this beautiful surface. We touch the surface and find it's a great place for photos and more photos and people with buckets on their head. And now we're at the front of this protest. I mean, people obviously love this club, and the message is clear, to the point of where it's not just your typical lads taking to the pitch and doing a protest. These are families, mums, dads, sons, daughters, cousins, nans, granddads, and any other family members I haven't mentioned. Here's a couple of lads that got Leyton Orient passed down to them. Hello! Hello. Replace the name of your team up there and imagine what these fans have gone through. And I think for the Colchester fans who have been at Leyton Orient this whole game, something eventually clicked. It doesn't matter what team you support, it doesn't matter what colours you wear, we all love football, we all love our club, and that's what makes us exactly the same. Pachetti out. 10 minutes ago, I'm pretty sure this lad probably wanted to kick someone's head in. Now he's funding their club. And so am I. The best £10 I spent today. I mean, we're talking about a beautiful moment in football right here, but there is always time for a joke as well. Don't worry, Southend, you're alright. There's pretty dark times ahead at the moment for Leyton Orient, relegated to the National League. And if you want to help a football club with plenty of history survive, then be sure to check out the link in the description to the Leyton Orient Fans Trust. From there, you'll be able to donate whatever you can afford to help them get through these tough times.
Right, now if you love this club the way you love this club, listen, if we don't come off this pitch, listen, we don't get off the pitch. No one wants that.
Listen, this guy's here to help, but with cartwheels on the field, it doesn't look like this game's going to carry on anytime soon. Tom was happy to chew in the sun that's now come out though. Eventually people got bored and did get off the pitch. Obviously a fair majority did stay. Then things got a little bit heated between stewards and fans. People started to get pissed off. I might be wrong. This guy actually looks like he's about to bust some breakdancing moves. And then it was eventually decided that the game would be abandoned. And so off we go. Should we rate this day? Let's. As usual, we're going to kick off with atmosphere, and we've got Colchester United to thank for that. Hardly stopped singing throughout, and despite having a few wrong uns in there, which most clubs always do anyway, by far the loudest set of away fans I've come across in a long time, and for that, Colchester United, you brought the atmosphere. Couldn't fault it. 5 bloody gold ones. Next up, we're talking facilities. There doesn't seem to be a bad seat in the house. There's certainly going to be some National League teams looking to come to Brisbane Road next season. Sure, it's a little bit old in places, but hey, that's character. I actually really like this ground. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Next up, we're talking food and drink. I had a KFC, not inside the ground. Doesn't count. The only thing I did have inside the ground was a sole. It was very okay, but then again, I'm not a big fan of beer. Wish I'd gone back in the second half to try something, but unfortunately didn't get the chance to do it. And with the beer being very okay, 2.5 stars. Finally, we're talking cost. Was it value for money? Well, when you take away the petrol costs and all the other bits and pieces like that, I only spent 22 on the ticket and £3 on a beer, which is 25 in total. Didn't see a full game, but I did go on the pitch and there was a great atmosphere. So did I get my money's worth? I think so. Gonna give it 4 stars. So as we make our way up the steps, one final look at the ground, and then boom, we're outside. Now, despite this being the first time that I've visited this ground, I do have a soft spot for them. My dad, born in Walthamstow, often visited, and they are like a second club for a lot of people this side of London. That reminds me of another team. But as we make our way up the high street, the police make their way down it. With the magic of editing, we're back at Leyton Midland Road. And it's just a simple case of doing the same journey reversed. I actually found out later on that the remainder of the game was played behind closed doors, still ended 3-1. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I genuinely hope Leyton Orient can turn things around. Once again, if you want to help this club that's been dragged down through no fault of its own, you can follow the link in the description below for the Leyton Orient Fans Trust. Donate there, whatever you can afford. Until then, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to check out all the other football content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. And what was that next one? Well, we enjoyed the Colchester fans, so we went to see them at home. Last game of season 2. Let's go. On the road, yeah, back again, and today we are heading to the Community Stadium, home of Colchester United, due to popular demand, I have you know. It's the final day of the League 2 season, and lots is going on. Let me quickly explain. Here's a league table, and Colchester are hoping to grab themselves one of 2 playoff spaces today. Luton and Exeter have guaranteed their spots, so it's a battle between Carlisle, Blackpool, Stevenage, Cambridge, Colchester, Wickham and Mansfield. It should be an interesting day. So we're on the A12, where we're heading to Colchester. And the average speed cameras are making sure it's a steady ride. This don't look too steady though. In fact, don't drive over that. Drive over this one, or even this one. This is the bridge that tells me I'm in Colchester. And this is the stadium that tells me I'm in Colchester. Let's park up. Traffic for the car park anyway. Nearly there, and we've made it. I say we because I've got a guest with me who's rocking the Roundtree's Randoms and some innocent juice drink which I don't know the actual flavour to. It is Luke from Palmer's FC.
Hello.
Hello. So we're walking as I head onto parkjockey.com and pay for parking. £3 for the day, that's a bargain, I'm telling you. I mean, it beats queuing and paying for a ticket. We're going to follow this sign and hope it's not lying to us. And so we're walking with the fans. And I eventually found out the flavour behind Luke's drink is 3.5 pressed apples, 3/4 of crushed mango, 1.5 mashed bananas, 1 squeezed orange, 1/4 of pressed passion fruit, 1 slice of crushed peach, and finally a squeeze of lime. I know you was all dying to know, so there you have it. We're still walking, and now we're walking over a bridge. Hopefully this one's okay. And there you have it, the Western Homes Community Stadium. We're going to take a shortcut through the car park to collect the tickets. We're at the ticket office, which is open Monday to Friday, 10 till 2. Here's where I blurt some numbers out and get some tickets in return.
303360.
It's as easy as that. 1 adult ticket to Colchester versus Yeovil, that's £19 please. As usual, I'm hungry. Chips, burgers, hot dogs, don't mind if I do. We're queuing, still queuing, and now we're pretty much there. I'm going to go for a £1/4 with cheese, whack a few onions on there as well please. £3.80, take my money. Now we've got some live music from the Metal Containers. I don't actually know if they're called the Metal Containers or not, they're just playing out from a metal container. If you fancy a name change, guys, take it. It's yours. Time to get a programme. Queuing for the programme, got the bloody programme. That's another £3 spent. Luke's offered me a random, and I went and got myself an ice cream. Do love an ice cream. Time to go in, and we're queuing behind this mob. Make it to the front where I'm scanning the ticket, and now we're in. Football. Found the toilets, well the women's anyway. I'm following that burger, I'm pretty thirsty. No Dr Pepper, so I'm going to have to settle for a Coke. And that, my friends, is another £2 spent. Considering I'm seat 4, I think this is the way. Got to hold tight for Luke though, no alcohol in the stadium. And now we're in the stadium where a giant inflatable ball is being thrown around. Ah, the fun that can be had with it. Oh, watch out. And off it goes again, never ending fun. The players are coming out and so is everyone else. Out of the way, thank you very much. Here's the Colchester fans showing their appreciation along with an inflatable ball. Another inflatable, and a giant flag that nobody wants on their head. And now I'm starting to realise why people don't take front row seats. Because of this. People constantly walking past you. Well, hey, we've got a mascot going by the name of Eddie the Eagle, and he just wants to say thank you. Right, lads, we've got nothing to play for. Let's just get this out of the way and crack on with that 3.5 hour trip. Meanwhile, this lot's still going. Let's do the facts. Name, Colchester United. Founded 1937. Where the hell are we? Don't quote me on this, but I think we're at the community stadium. And how much is that packing? Well, I'll have you know it's a 10,105 all-seater stadium. Any other random facts? Well, Colchester United hold a trophy that not many others do. Introducing the Watney Cup, a competition that was contested by the teams that had scored the most goals in each 4 divisions of the Football League from the previous season. It only ran 4 times between 1970 and 1973. And Colchester are proud winners alongside Stoke, Derby and Bristol City. Anyway, let's crack on. I missed the kickoff because of this. People getting in the way. Next time someone offers front row seats, I'm going to be like, I don't know. Here's one thing I've done one too many times with the missus. I mean, come on, lads, you've got to agree with me. Once you've done it, right? Saying that, though, I do miss the meerkats. Shaq, can we go to the zoo soon? Just to let you guys know that the entire population of Yeovil Town has come down to the community stadium today. With a 7-hour round trip, that's dedication. Oh, God, something's happening. It appears our stewards for today aren't fans of balloons and inflatables. Out the way, mate. And obviously, our mascot, Eddie, is disappointed too. That was horrible. Look at him taking him away. But Eddie ain't going down without a battle. It's us versus them, and I'm so glad he's on our side. But these are dangerous times. The wind is blowing. And sometimes things will blow out the park. Eddie will get it, though. Or at least he'll try. He's been stopped. On the field at early doors, nothing's really happening. Crosses from Yeovil cleared easily. Good news though, Exeter are beating Carlisle. And even better news, Eddie's snuck past security to grab some inflatables. Oh no, he's been caught. Back on the pitch, it's been a pretty boring start. None of the keepers have been tested, and I'm being told I've got to stop filming. Good job we got a letter. I think for once in this series, we've sat in the right end. Not much going on over there. We've got a chance from this free kick now. We're going to have to get a goal sooner or later, especially because Carlisle just equalised. So what does that mean? Well, as it stands, Colchester occupy the 7th spot. They're in the playoffs. Still a long way to go, but Eddie is loving life. He's the half-time show warming up, a little bit early. And it appears that Luke has turned to the dark side. I'm disappointed. Let's talk about justice for stewards. They're everywhere. They're on it. Not as on it as Dartford, but on it. Any Dr Pepper? No Dr Pepper. And that is half-time. Some more good news. Exeter are taking the lead against Carlisle. Time to try the cuisine inside the ground. Actually, screw that. I should know better by now. So out we go again. And here's the half-time show recreating the Leyton Orient pitch invasion from last week. Time to say hello to Ellis of Away Days, who's sitting with us today.
Hello.
Hello. Be sure to check out his channel. He's been doing this a while. In fact, a very long time. And by watching his videos, it certainly made me realise that I need to get out and watch more football. I'm not too sure what's happened to the pitch invasion. It seems to have turned into a choreographed dance. Oh no, that's better. Mayhem. The flag's back out, and I spent most of half-time having photos with you. Great to meet you. As we head into the second half, this is how the table looks. Colchester are doing their bit. They just need to cross their fingers and hope the other results go their way. But it's not started good. We've got a stray inflatable. The response team are on it. So is Eddie, but he's been told he has to leave it. This is just, it's not good. Don't worry, the inflatable killer shark is out. The party is back on. I'm still thinking about food. I'm actually getting a little bit cold. Rest in peace to this balloon. It's only going to go one way. Time to grab a pie and warm up. The screens out here mean we're not going to miss anything. I'm gutted. They're out of pies, so I'm grabbing a pasty. It's the very last one, 3.25. Let's hope it's good. Just noticed on the Sky Sports Tony Cotty's in town. Welcome, welcome. Now we're heading back to our seats. Took a bite into this. I'm telling you, I've had better. And the Colchester free kick sails over the bar. Here's Eddie now showing off his range of dance moves. Score's still 1-0 here, but Wycombe have taken the lead against Cambridge. And that's good news, because if Cambridge were winning, they'd go above Colchester on goal difference. Here's some more front row issues, and oh my word, if you're easily disturbed, look away now. That's inflatable hell right there. More twists. Carlisle have equalised. Despite hanging on to that last playoff place, it's still nervy times. So what are you going to do about Colchester? Cheer when Stevenage, another team that can catch it, go 1-0 down to Accrington Stanley. I mean, who are they? I must point out that this is what happens on the last day of the season. Equally as loud cheers for goals that are going in elsewhere. It's beautiful. I wonder if we can get a song out of these guys about Stevenage losing. Brilliant stuff. It's a yes from me. This blue knows how strict it is round here. He wants no harm. He's going to leave on his own accord. More stewards down this end now, but they are watching the game, which is good to see. Tell you what, another goal would be nice to cement this lead. Well, should we bring that to you? Let's do it. And surely, my friends, that is all 3 points in the bag. And with all results going their way, time to whack out the pink flamingo inflatable. The Killer Sharks made an appearance too. It's definitely time to have a party. But what if that party got cut short because, you know, someone might have scored? Someone going by the name of Carlisle, you know? It's just mad how you can go from this to this. And that right there was literally within 30 seconds of each other. More bad news, the Killer Whales found itself in the wrong area, and I'm afraid to say he's off to inflatable hell. It was fun while it lasted, my friend. It was fun while it lasted. So now the phones are out, hoping, praying that there is one final twist in a game that Colchester can't do anything about. And it's times like this where you look back on the season, you start to think, how did we drop points there? 14 games Colchester went without a win at the start of the season, so it's credit to them for being in this position in the first place. All we can do is hope. As the minutes tick by, it's looking less and less likely. And so it's full time in this one. Any chance of an Exeter equaliser? Unfortunately not. They did everything they had to do, but just one goal elsewhere confirms Colchester will be playing League 2 football next season. Tell you what, if you haven't been in this situation before, it's a weird feeling. Your team's just grabbed all 3 points, but overall, the feeling of disappointment. Welcome to the last day of the season. This is what happens. I'm gutted for them. I really am. Shall we rate this day? Let's. As usual, we're going to start with atmosphere. I've already seen the Colchester United away fans. They were very, very good. 5 stars I gave them. Could they repeat it at home? It's always going to be tough. You know, you've got the family stands, and in this case, not much opposition to bounce off of. But with all that in mind, they've gone and done it again. Certainly the best fans I've come across so far in this series, they get another 5 stars. I mean, who doesn't love an inflatable flamingo? Next up, we're talking facilities. As far as football grounds go, this is fairly new. Opened in 2008. It's a nice little ground for the level of football, and should Colchester ever rise through the leagues, I'm sure there's plenty of space to extend. Colchester Community Stadium, you're going to get 3.5 stars. Food, a big deal breaker for me. The burger I had outside the ground was nothing short of amazing. Definitely rivaled Dartford's, which has been the best in the series so far. Unfortunately, when we got in the ground, no Dr. Pepper. I do love me Dr. Pepper, so unfortunately I had to settle for a Coke. Finally, just after half time, I wanted to grab myself a pie. None available, so I had to grab the pasty, which was dry, not very nice at all. Outside the ground food, brilliant. Inside the ground food, not as great. Colchester, you're going to get a respectable 3 stars. Finally, we're talking cost. Was it value for money? Well, £3 on the parking, £19 on the ticket, £3 on a programme, and finally £9.5 on food and drink, which brings my total spend for the day to £34 and 5p. Was it worth it? Of course it was. Colchester again brought the atmosphere, and we had some twists and turns which were very entertaining. Shame it ended the way it did, but as a neutral, money well spent. I'm going to give this one 4 stars. So as we make our way out, we say goodbye to the Western Homes Community Stadium, where I hope next year will be a better one for Colchester. Here's a bus that I think might take us back to the car park, but we're going to walk. And here's a shot to demonstrate that. So we leave United Way, over this bridge which is still standing strong, good stuff. I found a wild Yeovil fan as we get to the car and get the hell out of here. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Thanks as always for your support. I've had a lot of thumbs up from this on the road series. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and it will of course be back next season with me going a hell of a lot further than just Essex, Kent and London. But until then, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to check out all the other football content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. And despite it being the final day of the season, there was a next one. We went to check out Luton in the playoffs, didn't we? On the road, yep, back again, and today we're heading down to Kenilworth Road, home to Luton Town FC. It's raining. Now, I thought my travels to Colchester in the previous video was going to be the last video of the season, but I've managed to grab a ticket to this playoff semi-final as they take on Blackpool. Now, with it pissing down with rain the way it is, it's very tempting to head to Luton Airport, which offers cheap holiday flights to more than 30 countries and 70 unique destinations. But I did stick it out on Twitter that I am going down to Luton Blackpool, so I don't want to disappoint you. It's funny what a little bit of rain does. Traffic. No, tell a lie, we're all right. And now we're in Luton. It's going to take us 18 minutes to travel under 2 miles. I had quite a few people say, be careful, Smiv, you might get mugged in Luton. I don't know if that was a warning or a threat. I'm sure I'll be all right. I grew up in Grays. Besides, as I enter the town, O'Shea's Bar and Grill is offering a warm welcome. Also, live music and good. Actually, not too sure what that last word is. It could be food. But then if it's true what they say about Luton, it could be knives. It could be drugs. It's probably food. We've hit a sign and that airport is definitely calling me, but sorry, mate, got to go left. Talking of left, on the left, we've got Matalan, or as I like to call it more recently, Matt Allen. It took me 29 years to realise that Matalan stole my first 2 names. My middle name is Allen. I'm devastated. Growing up, that could have been my nickname. Much better than Titch. I mean, right now, I'm not seeing too much wrong with Luton, other than the traffic, of course. The sat-nav's taking me to Sainsbury's to park, but that seems ages away with this traffic at the moment. I might just jump in here. I say might. I have. Strange sounds for a car park barrier. I did in fact have to look over my shoulder just to make sure my dad wasn't in the back playing brain training on the DS. He wasn't, so no questions asked. I eventually found a space, eventually got out, and eventually closed my door. Sounds like a goal. And now we're back to familiar territory on these on-the-road videos where you get shots of my feet going places. At the moment, we're going down the stairs. Oh, confusion, not too sure where to go. Here's a door, well, a fire exit in fact. Probably not the conventional way to get out, but I'm out. Of the car park, that is. And so we're walking in the rain to the ground. Oh, gotta love a bit of signage, Luton Town to the right. Okay, now I'm pretty sure the ground's straight down, but I'll trust this sign. Alright. Yep, another sign, we're on the right track. And there's the Sainsbury's I was going to park at. Plenty of spaces as well. Walking up this road, maybe this is where I get mugged. Just walking past the executive box holders car park. Wheelie bins are different colours round here. Let me know what colour yours is. Continuing to walk, tempted by Cafe Express, but I ain't got time, we're late. Considered buying a Luton mug from the club shop, but again, we ain't got time. Where's the ticket office? There's the ticket office. And where's my ticket? There's my ticket. £23 for Luton versus Blackpool playoff semi-final second leg. More temptation from Harry, but yeah, we're running late. Here's a sign for the David Priest stand, which is where we're sitting. Football. So far, this ground's like a bloody motorway. Signs everywhere. Do I get in the left lane, the right lane? I'm not too sure. More signs, but no signs of the David Priest stand. I asked someone and they told me to go up these stairs. Seems like they decided to change the name of it halfway round. So to the new stand we go. And here's the first glimpse of what people are calling the worst stadium around. You know what? I'm not seeing it. Seems alright to me. Should we get down the facts? Let's. Name, Luton Town. Founded 1885. What about the home ground? It's Kenilworth Road. And what's it packing, Smiv? Well, I'll have you know, you're looking at 10,356. Anything else? Well, Luton Town are nicknamed the Hatters. And this is because back in the 17th century, the town was very heavily connected to the hat making trade. As usual, thank you Wikipedia. It's still pissing down with rain, which is why the camera's got a coat on. And just like last time round, I'm here with Ellis from Away Days. Hello. Hello. Our seats are well apart, so we decided to stand here instead. I actually like standing at football matches more so. So what's the sitch? Well, it's currently 3-2 to Blackpool on aggregate. The Luton have got a little bit to do to turn this around. Just so you know, there's no away goals either. Talking of away, there's the away fans, but there is actually a lot less than there should be. Blackpool fans are currently on a boycott to not go to any games just because of the way that the club has been run at the moment. Well, most of them. Commentary at Luton comes from here, but to get up there, you got to go up this. So it's been a cagey start to the game. Fans are getting on the players' backs as well. That's not going to help. Luton understandably needing goals, so they've been putting the pressure on, but no clear chances. And they've been caught on the break here by Blackpool as the ball goes into the box. Can't see anything though. Okay, that's not the start we was looking for. 1-0 Blackpool, 4-2 on aggregate now. Come on, Luton. Can't fault the players of Luton. They're trying to get forward. Final passes just haven't been the one, though. We got an injury. And my man's decided to stand too. Talking to standing, the injured Blackpool player's got to his feet. Luton ain't happy. Now Blackpool time wasting. The keeper is definitely public enemy number 1 right now. Here's Luton's best chance of the game so far, a cross which isn't latched onto. And now they're screaming for a penalty. Not given though. Still standing. And more frustration from Luton fans. Eventually one thing went their way. They did manage to get a free kick and their opponents have gone into the book. And so the free kick is whipped in, half cleared, laid off, shot comes in, deflection, own goal. That's more like it. 1-1, 4-3 on the aggregate. They're back in this. Come on, Luton. There's confirmation of the score, 1-1. If only we could see how long's gone in this game. Oh, we can. Just look around this post. 37 minutes, tire very much. So following the goal, Luton fans, understandably, a lot more positive now. At the Kenilworth Road end, paper planes being thrown onto the pitch. Is that a normal thing? I'm not too sure. Just spotted where they're coming from. Oh, Simon over here has got a stash of paper. I mean, what's the organisation behind this? I'm thinking it'd be a very simple conversation between Simon and his mate Luton Dave. Dave normally the one to start the conversation about going to Luton tonight. Simon confirms, and Dave's just checking that they're in their regular spot. Simon once again confirms he's full of conversation, this lad. And then the all-important question, is he bringing the paper? Of course he's got the paper. He's got 2 reams worth. Concerned from Luton Dave, he thinks Simon won't get in with that much. But Simon's on hand to reassure Dave. He says it's only paper. Why wouldn't they let him in? Which is fair enough. It's not going to hurt anyone. Oh no, he's got a point as it goes. Back to the game, and Blackpool have gone in the book for the second time. And following that, the free kick's sent into the box.
That's a good one as well.
From 1-0 down to 2-1 up, 4-4 on aggregate. Luton won't want this half to end. They'll definitely want to keep the momentum. I promise you, it is 2-1. The man behind the scoreboard hasn't updated it yet. He's probably making planes or something. I mean, we've been standing since the start. Does that mean we love Luton more? And come to think of it, non-league grounds where there's no seating, do they sing the stand-up songs? We'll have to test that one. Scoreman's back on it. He's updated the scoreboard. 2-1 confirmed. As you can see from the clock, that's half time. I'm hungry. So we're going to get some food. As we head for the exit, there's plenty of people with the same idea. Turn around, we'll go back in a bit. Definitely a good idea. So we're back at our seats. Well, not seats, this area we've been standing in. And as always, big shout out to the groundsman keeping things in order. And before you know it, players are back out and ready to go for the second half. Bumped into someone who watches the channel. He's a programme seller here going by the name of Lee.
Hello.
Hello. Talking of programmes, I could do with a programme to be fair. Pow, there you go. Although I wanted to pay my way, which is the point of this series, Lee insisted that this was on him, so thank you, I guess. And now this second half is all about belief. 4 all in aggregate. Can they get the next goal? Kick off. Signs of people returning to their seats, and I'm wondering if it's time to grab something to eat. But not before a great chance for Luton. Meanwhile, down the other end, still danger. Shot blazed over by Blackpool, though. And with 53 minutes on the clock, I think that's been enough time to let the queues go down. Let's get some food. And so we're walking. And I've noticed justice for stewards down here is a thing. They're able to watch the game. Happy days. Well done, Luton Town. No, we didn't just go and miss a goal, did we? We're walking back. Now we've made our way into a different part of the ground where we discovered it wasn't a third goal, but it's actually a penalty. Big question is, can they make it count? Not gonna lie, the camera was a little bit shaky there. Might have had something to do with a few lads jumping on me back. I am still waiting to get mugged in Luton, but it's not yet happened. Something that has happened is Luton are 3-1 up now, 5-4 in aggregate. They're currently on their way to Wembley, and I'm currently on my way to get some food. Hello, Harry. I'm a little bit hungry. What you got? Well, there's the menu. I'm feeling a cheeseburger. Unfortunately, Harry's just turned around at me. I don't know if this is Harry, but he's told me they've only got sausages left, so I'm gonna go for a lamb and mint. And there he goes, packing those sausages into that bun there. This should be a good one. The geezer's actually gone and done it for cheaper. They're trying to get rid of the sausages, so only £2 instead of £3, plus the £1.50 for the Coke. That's £3.50 on food and drink. Absolute bargain. And now we're walking back to the seat. Realise I forgot to put some sauce on this. But hey, what do you know? There's a random shelf with sauce on the side. That is going to be perfect. We'll go with mustard. Job done. Let's go and enjoy the rest of this game. As we get back, Luton with a chance to make it 4. Haven't really had a chance to talk about this ground. We've got 3 stands, but over the opposite side, just private boxes sponsored by local businesses. Meanwhile, John's just texted his missus. Doesn't look like it's going to go to extra time, love. Stick the dinner in the oven. 15 minutes left, mind you. Anything can happen. Sorry, love. Hold fire. It's 3-2. They've just equalised on aggregate. And as the rain continues to come down, Callum here is not interested anymore. He wants to get to level 32 of this game. I don't know what it is. It's definitely not brain training, though. Still standing. And now it's Blackpool with the momentum. And the fans packed into that corner are happy with what they're seeing. Let's all give this man a round of applause for no reason. And let's all make some more paper planes. What do you mean they've run out? Simon brought 2 reams. Flash of heads, and this man's got nothing on him that's going to fix the situation. Although it looks like his mate has. And good news too, both players went back onto the field. It's still raining, and the pressure's really getting to these fans now. And now we're right at the death. Luton with a great chance. That had own goal written all over it, but somehow it's gone over the bar. Not too sure where this guy's off to. It's pretty much going to extra time, mate. Don't leave yet. Anyway, what happened from the corner? Absolutely nothing. In fact, it's end-to-end stuff because Blackpool have broken on the counter. Shot comes in. He's my man with not much hair left to pull out as Blackpool continue to press through stoppage time. Corner ball. So the corner was taken short, laid off, but that shot goes wide. Final chance for the 90 as another corner comes Blackpool's way, and that corner is whipped in. I genuinely have no words. Last kick of the game, and it's an own goal from the Luton keeper, Stuart Moore. And with that, the fans pile out of Kenilworth Road. Life is full of ups and downs, and football is certainly one of them. As a player, you eventually get over these sort of things, but in the moment, it's the worst. Especially when it's there for the taking. What is nice to see is when fans appreciate the effort that was put in. Unfortunately, with football, someone's always going to lose out, and tonight, it was this lot. But on the other hand... Blackpool going to Wembley. This is tough, but should we rate our trip to Kenilworth Road? Let's. Atmosphere, decent, probably heightened because of what was at stake, and with it being such an end-to-end affair, emotions were higher. I rated it. Luton, you're going to get 4 stars. Time for the facilities. Well, as I said, people were telling me that this is the worst ground in football. Sure, it's a little bit old, but I call it personality. I call it character. And in 10-15 years' time, we'll be thinking, oh, football stadiums aren't what they used to be. As I say, I thought it was alright, and I'm going to give it 3 stars. What about the food? Shame I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but the replacement in the lamb and mint sausage was banging. Another place that didn't have Dr. Pepper, Coke as a replacement, and for that it brings the score down just a tad. Gonna have to go with 4 stars. But that's good, right? Finally, we're talking cost. Was it value for money? Well, I spent 23 quid on a League 2 semi-final second leg. It gave me 6 goals, absolute scenes at the end, not the scenes I'd hoped for, but still scenes all the same. And the food was nice and cheap. Luton, you're gonna get 4.5 stars. And so it's confirmed, Luton Town are gonna continue to play League 2 football next season. And it might hurt right now, but by the time the football season comes back round, you'll be ready to go. And hopefully, grab yourself a place in League 1. Well, that's it for this one. And as I head out of here, I realised the lady on the toilet sign is actually a small child sitting on an umbrella. So I'm not the only camera around here. This bin needs emptying, and it continues to rain. We found the exit. Now, is this where I get mugged? Hope not. But the good news is we've made it back to the car park. The bad news is I've now got to wait in this queue to pay for the parking ticket. Still waiting, and now we're paid up £4 on parking. That brings our total for today to just over 30 quid. Found the car, opened the door, and we are out of here. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. On the Road is pretty much done for this season, but we will return next season to visit some more football grounds, rate the experience, and see what each club has to offer. Until then, though, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to check out all the other football content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. And that, my friends, is it. 1 hour 44 on the clock. Let us know if you've been here the whole time. Here is the final rankings for Season 1, and as you can see, Dartford take top spot. They are the champions of Season 1. Congratulations to them. Great day out that was. We also need to get some honourable mentions out for some individual areas of the game, or on the road that is. Like atmosphere, for example. The best fans by far, of course, it was Colchester United. We saw them at their gaff, but we also saw them away at Brisbane Road, home of Leyton Orient, and that was actually my favourite facilities throughout Season 1. It was a close one between them and Dartford, but Leyton Orient just took it for me. Let's talk food and drink. Where was the best place overall for food and drink? I'll tell you where it was. It was Luton. Shout out to Billericay Town for their kebab and chips, but Luton take it for me with that lamb and mint sausage. It was banging with the onions and mustard. Yeah, I want to go back. Should we finally talk about cost? Let's do that. We will. Dartford again in the running, but just a shout out to Whittam Town. They're going to have to take it for me. I spent just over 13 quid, saw 8 goals. The food wasn't too bad. It sold Dr. Pepper. Can't really complain. Well done, Whittam Town. Good times. But yeah, that's it, my friends, for Season 1. I'll be back soon with Season 2's roundup. Will be a much longer binge as well. Obviously, because we went to see more teams, but that's not a bad thing, is it? Anyway, we're going to end things here. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And as I always say, I will see you in the next one.